Howdy, folks. Welcome to Alberon RPG, our Twitch channel, and specifically to Fallout Black Heart of Texas, an original story that is told using Modifius's 2d20 Fallout system. I am Joe Treff, your GM this evening and joining me are all of my friends, Matt, Alana, Olive, Kara, Vincent, and Hannah. I have more friends than just this, actually.
Every single friend.
You don't see them here, they're not friends.
My wife, people like that. A lot of very important people in my life, just to be super clear. Thank you so much for being in my life. But these are my friends who are playing Fallout tonight. Before we get into that, a couple of quick announcements. Just first of all, we have a number of different social media accounts where you can see us play Starfinder on Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, D&D at Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We play every single week. We have crazy maps and handouts and adventures, and there's role playing. We have on our table all kinds of things, although today you can see a lot of dice, a lot of bobbleheads, a couple other handouts, but you can see all that stuff on our social media channels at Alberon RPG. On YouTube, on Instagram, on Threads, on Blue Sky. We have a website, alberonrpg.com. You can go check those things out. It sounds like you're just invoking something magically every time that I say that.
And it always makes me laugh, even though I know it's coming.
I know. But yeah, at Alberon RPG, you can see all those different things, maps, handouts. And for this adventure in particular, we have lots of cool miniatures. Would somebody mind grabbing the miniatures? They're up on the miniature cupboard.
On it. Vincent can't do it
Vincent
because...
can't move. No, he's locked in place.
Yeah.
For super mutants, we got to keep them locked down because they do get a little rowdy. Aside from that, we also have a Patreon that you can subscribe to. You can join. You can support. Whatever it is that you do on Patreon, you can do that. And there is all kinds of bonus content. There are interviews that happen after every session. Yeah. Sometimes a couple of days after, but they happen. And you can see all that content over on Patreon by supporting us. And that helps us do all kinds of cool things. For instance, you might notice the camera is a little bit sharper, the sound a little bit cleaner. And that is all because of the support that you have given us, and also some hard work from Matt. So thank you for that. Finally, we have Monument Music and Sirenscape both supporting us with different elements of sound for today. You could check those things out if you like sound in your games. And with that, we can jump into our recap. We'll just leave this music on.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I like it. It's vibey.
Let's start by reviewing the members of the Ghoul Barons gang. Bob the Ghoul, a technically minded salesman from before the bombs fell. Mary Sue Ellen, the gunslinger, whose hot hand mowed down blood bugs as she rushed across the sand. Miss Greta, the Mr. Handy, dedicated to etiquette and equipped with a chainsaw and flamethrower to assist. Peggy, the merchant, and a whiz with chems and explosives alike, accompanied by her dog backup. Jebedias, the super mutant, a sharp shot with a rifle at point-blank range. And Madeline, the former Brotherhood member, with brutally effective shooting from a distance with her hunting rifle. Last we all played, this raggedy group of denizens of the Texas wasteland were called together by the Ghoul Baron of Texas to Rose's Cantina, where he tasked you to liberate for him an oil filled with reserves unspoiled and untouched with a catch. To find this precise location, you would need to find a particular computer within a vault in Austin. On your way out of the Settlement of Bliss, you shopped, obtaining some supplies for the journey ahead, and then walked out of town towards the El Paso airport where you had been instructed to meet with an individual named Right Hand Sam. Unfortunately, you were not the first to find him. He had at this point been drained dry by blood bugs, and as they rushed out to attack, you fought back for the first time as a group. Jebedias, your super mutant, took careful aim before rushing into combat to bash the bugs overhead. Miss Greta severed legs from several of these beings with their buzzsaw. Mary Sue Ellen ran across the sand, guns blazing, and exploded bugs left and right. Bob the Ghoul, squishy, and finding themselves up front, suffered a little bit of damage, but managed to stay largely safe. Peggy was able to support from afar without having to resort to some of the more extreme tactics available, and Madeline from far away had devastating precision fire with their weapon. After killing these bugs, with relative ease, you looted the room, finding a holotape and additional caps. The holotape had instructions to use the caps to get a ride to Austin and find a vault somewhere within. You also found some weapons and armor, and a limited edition Nuka-Cola Protectron that Bob tried to break into, almost killing you all. In fact, this particular event proving to be the most dangerous of the entire session. Luckily, he defused the device barely, losing access to its innards, but saving the group. You then traveled out of the clay abode and turned to the right, making your way to the entrance of a tunnel where we begin our adventure today. As a heads up to anybody who is following along at home, our characters have leveled up between sessions to level 2. Their health has risen along with its maximum. If they're missing health, they're still likely missing a little bit of health, but the overall pool is a little bit bigger. The luck points have been restored as this is now beginning a new scene in our adventure. All right. A tunnel with a roof 14 feet high off the ground lies half submerged in irradiated water, which glows sinisterly for about 65 feet before this tunnel rises up and up and up and out of the water and then kind of slopes up and to the right and off in the direction that you know, and especially, Mary Sue Ellen, for you know. There is a NCR outpost kind of beyond. And for many of you who are not familiar with the NCR, you've heard of the New California Republic. They're not huge in Texas, but they do have patrols that range out in this distance to try to expand their territory ever onward. Fantastic. What are you all doing?
All right, guys. As we head towards the NCR, we just gotta make sure we're not mistaken for raiders. So I would maybe just keep a sharp eye out. And do we have anything like we can signal with? Maybe to keep the guns down.
I mean, like a white flag?
I got Molotov.
To signal that I am.
That's not a good signal.
It lights things on fire and can be seen from far away.
I like it.
All right.
Maybe our ghoul friend can just stay in the back.
What's that supposed to mean?
You heard me.
You don't think that the large green super mutant is a problem, but you think that the ghoul is?
Maybe both of you should stay in the back.
Maybe you should watch your mouth.
All right, now we don't need to fight. Let us just go to the vault. I am happy to stand in the front. I am the most friendly-looking bot ever.
That sounds about right. And she,
It is a
Jebediah, hand me your tighty whitey so I can use it as a flag.
Oh God, can you find something else?
Stop taking it off my pants.
So these immensely large sweatpants just start sliding down.
What? I need a white flag.
I don't think that's so white.
I'm wearing my
That's
formal
pretty.
clothes. I'm fine.
Pretty brown.
I forgot to wear my tidy whities
Ooh,
today.
I've got a lab coat,
Oh
actually.
dear.
I'm gonna put the lab coat on the...
Oh, there you go.
All right. Okay, that's
I'm gonna put the
better.
lab coat.
So, Bob, you take out the lab coat from your belongings and you attach it to like a nearby fallen stick, and hoisting it up, it serves as a little bit of a white flag, sure.
Alright, well,
All right.
Giving it to you giving it to the Mr. Handy unit?
I don't think you should really hold it until maybe we need to surrender.
What are we surrendering to right
That's
now?
what I don't... Yeah.
No, it's
Just
a
an
we
indication
coming.
that-
to-
All
Case.
right. All right. We're gonna go through a tunnel, right? And the tunnel, I'm assuming, usually has at least some raiders because it's a great place to ambush someone, right?
Yeah.
So let's hold on to the lab coat until we are sure we are seeing an NCR member. They're hard to miss. It's
If
usually
we find some raiders, why don't we just kill them and take their stuff?
I mean, that's fine. I just don't want the NCR to think we're raiders so they don't try to kill us and take our stuff.
That is very strategic.
That makes
So-
sense. I like my stuff.
So I guess the first mission is to just get through the tunnel. So everybody, you're right. Sharp eye. Ghoul friend, I'm a little snippy today. I apologize.
Yeah,
And if we see anyone moving in
everyone's got
coordinated,
those days.
I mean, I did almost just die, and it was someone's fault. But that's all right.
Now, let us get back on track.
Dying
Let's go.
Pretty nice sometimes.
Well, if you like, you can go back there and try and blow yourself up.
As we walk, I'm going to be doing this thing. I've got my gun out. I've got my scope. looking around.
Okay.
I'm perceiving.
No problem. So as you very actively apparently perceive, can you
so
go ahead
active.
and for me please make a, we'll call this a
Can
survival perception check.
can backup assist?
Yeah, absolutely. So go ahead and for backup, how is backup assisting?
Backup's got some keen senses.
Sure.
Backup can be out here sniffing.
Make a survival perception check assistant, which is just a single d20 roll.
And this is if I want to use a luck point, I have to decide before I roll, right?
Correct.
No, action point before you
Oh,
roll
action
to add
point,
dice.
sorry.
Luck point to re-roll, which is after
Correct.
roll.
Sorry.
Right,
I
okay.
got confused.
All right, I'm just gonna roll my 2. So survival perception.
And what is the
I'm
difference?
rolling for backup.
What is the difficulty?
Survival perception. You're rolling just a single d20, and
Can
you
I-
add any successes.
Can I?
You cannot.
I cannot.
No.
Fuck! I'm so sorry.
What's the difficulty?
So
The difficult. Oh, sorry. Yes, I always have to say the difficulty as well. So as you perceive around, the difficulty is just 1.
okay. So I did get 1 success.
Okay.
Backup got a crit fail.
No backup.
Okay.
Backup gets distracted.
So as this is all happening, and you're kind of looking at this, many of you looking around, a little bit anxious about this being such a good choke point. You what?
I was asking it where it was Friday.
You sort of innately, Madeline, sense that there is something that is dangerous here, and immediately it becomes apparent that it is this like huge sort of pool of irradiated water. It glows green. It looks toxic. It feels toxic. And in fact, for you, Madeline, you feel this kind of weird, almost vibration, and you realize it's not a vibration. In your belongings, you have this sort of malfunctioning Pip-Boy. And it is actually giving off this weird ticking sort of sound. Almost like a hiss.
I pull it out.
With it.
Okay. You pull it out, and there is this really loud, almost Geiger counter-like sound. Not like. This is very much like a radiation reading that is coming off of the water here.
All
It is
right,
quite
everybody,
irradiated.
be careful. Skirt around that water. It's pretty irradiated.
Anyone need any right away?
There is a splash, and backup has entered the water.
Hey, get out of there!
I got him.
Is your
Don't
dog
worry.
stupid?
I'm gonna dive in and go grab him.
You dive in, but you as you dive in, you realize you really don't need to. The dog kind of turns over, and as
Oh,
Peggy
it's just
says
a
that, the
puddle?
ears go back, and the dog barks and like rushes out. The dog runs over, and then looks at all of you. You can see water just dripping off of it. Looks around again.
I'm gonna start backing up,
No,
getting
no,
away
no,
from
shakes
no,
really
shake. Oh,
hard.
God.
And as it shakes, can I have everybody for me? I would say, with the exception of Mary Sue Ellen, who backed up,
And I'm immune.
please make an athletics
I think you're
agility
immune
check.
too, right?
And this is difficulty 1.
Vincent and Vincent and Mr. Handy. Are
Mrs.
also-
Handy just stands there and is like, "You need to teach that dog better manners."
I know that Vincent is. I
I
don't know.
think
if-
as
Yeah,
an
so
automaton.
Okay,
a bot.
excellent.
Yeah,
I'm gonna use a luck
immune
point to reroll.
poison and radiation.
And that's just 1 die, right?
And now
You roll
one.
1 die.
That
Yeah.
one, phenomenal.
What's
So
the
go ahead,
difficulty?
take your action point. The difficulty is 1.
Action point.
Fail,
Ah.
fail, 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 fail,
Right,
fail.
for the team.
Okay.
We get one.
We get
Oh.
1+1. Yeah.
Amazing.
Can I help someone
By
by standing in front of them?
Who are you helping?
I failed badly, so.
Go ahead and roll 1d20 and add any successes. You need.
You can use an action point to roll another dice.
Oh, I'm assuming, what is this,
You have to
strength?
decide to do that.
I also
Strength
have
is
survival.
what we did it wrong last
Strength
time.
This is,
agility.
this is strength athletics, not agility
Strength
athletics,
athletics.
because you're really just using the bulk of your
Alright,
body.
that's a success. So,
Okay.
I just flex, and all of a sudden...
It just like you can see it like comes across the top of this super mutant's arm. It just barely misses you, but absolutely, yeah, Vincent, you just kind of or Jebediah, you just take this.
Thank you.
It splashes all over you, and backup just goes "Arf!" and
But
rushes
what? I
over
was just
to
looking
you.
at my
Peggy.
muscles.
Oh,
Does your
thank-
dog need
Your
some
muscles are
Radix?
pretty good.
We're fine. I got some.
But in front of you, there is this tunnel. There's about 65 feet of irradiated water for 3 of you. No big deal.
I go take a sip.
Okay.
I'm a little thirsty.
Are you really?
I'm immune to it, right?
You're immune to like elements of radiation, but drinking irradiated water certainly will have some effects.
Oh, never mind. I assumed I could.
So like regular water that has some radiation, yes, absolutely no problem. This actively glowing green. This like, when you get close to it, there's heat coming off of it. There's like active radiation happening here.
That there matches your skin tone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it all the way across
So
the
it's
tunnel,
more
or
like
can we skirt
nuclear
around?
waste.
It's all the way
than
across the
water.
tunnel. With your sort of perception check, you can see off on the right-hand side, it's a little bit more shallow. You can stand, and it would only be in most places about ankle deep. There are one or two places where you'll need to kind of hop over, but you can do it.
How wide is it where it's shallow? Like, how much do we have to afford? I don't know.
As a
Jebediah, you have no idea.
As a ghoul, is it safe for me to walk through?
As long as there are no weapons or traps or creatures lurking within,
But like
yeah.
the like walking through the knee-deep water is not gonna do anything to me, right? Like on its own.
Probably not.
I'm gonna look around for a second and see if there's any signs
Make
of
a survival intelligence check.
someone having this hasn't always been here, or was this always?
This
here?
has always been here.
I'm gonna look around for
that's
signs of a bridge or
critical
something people put
success.
across this.
Sure.
Since it's
Make a
regular.
perception. Perception survival check. And what was that?
Critical success.
Critical success. Okay. So for you, as you look at this kind of irradiated water, you get the sense that this probably will not be the best thing for you to walk through. It will melt the clothing off of you. It will probably damage the armor. This is pretty intense. You want some more meaningful way of crossing. You won't take any radiation damage because you're immune to it, but this...
It's gonna take like caustic damage.
Yeah, it really is almost like acid because of how intense the immediate radiation is.
One success.
One success. So with one success, that it's a difficulty one as you look around. You've been here before. And the last time that you were here, there was this sort of makeshift bridge, and you can see there are elements off either side that would indicate that it has been here in the relatively recent past. You don't see any signs of it. You imagine that whoever is over or working at Camp Trident probably has it. It normally is left out, though.
Well, that's odd. There should be a bridge here.
You said, did you get us an action point just now?
Yeah, because I got a critical success.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We are full of action points.
All right.
Are the walls smooth, or are they like craggy?
They're
with finger
smooth,
holes?
but they are pitted in places. It's old concrete, and you can see all along the left-hand side there are places where like an automatic weapon has just been discharged across it, and so there are like little bullet holes that perhaps you could use to like use as finger holds. That's like a difficulty 5 task.
Wait.
Yeah,
so
I'm not getting across that.
There's
Can I use a
He's
luck
like, I'm
point
going home.
to add detail to the scene?
You absolutely can.
So I want to use a luck point and find like a tree that looks like I can tear down, just put down as a bridge. Is
Okay.
that possible?
So yeah, you can use a luck point, and as you cash this in, you look around, Jebediah. You think about problems a little differently than other people. You see Mary Sue Ellen who's looking for some kind of a bridge, but you could also just make a bridge. You're immune to radiation in ways that most creatures aren't, and one of the things that you could probably do is sort of, you kind of like look around, and on the road there are like destroyed cars and things like that. So you find a place where there is a relatively flattened frame and like the sort of like metallic skeleton that is underneath. And all of you hear, especially standing at the beginning of this tunnel, the echoing sounds of this metal scraping on pavement as Jebediah hauls like most of a car over and just splashes it down into the toxic
I step back.
waste. You step back. Everybody having now seen the dog do this once, you all kind of like step back in good time to allow Jebediah to do this relatively safely. And Jebediah, with a little bit of time, you look up. It's about 4 in the afternoon. The sun is starting to set a little bit. But you still have a couple hours of daylight, and you could easily accomplish this task in maybe 10 minutes. Just grab a couple more cars, lumber them over, and then throw them down.
I'll do that unless someone tells me
Wait
to
a second,
stop.
big guy.
you said there were bullet holes and stuff on the sides.
Yep.
there's supposed to be a bridge. That seems like maybe there was some sort of siege or something, and they're on lockdown, perhaps.
Perhaps.
I'm gonna is there any sign of a struggle, or are there any bandits on the horizon or anything?
Make a small guns, big guns intelligence check. One of those two, an intelligence.
So, sorry, because those are endurance.
Correct, but you take
Small guns is agility.
So you take your small gun skill and you take your intelligence, and that becomes the DC.
Gotcha. Okay. Damn, that's a natural 20. So I'm gonna use a luck point to re-roll.
Highest
Okay.
highs, the lowest lows.
That's a good idea.
Bye-bye.
Oh damn!
Got it?
Would have been a critical success.
Oh man, the highest highs and the lowest lows.
Damn, but
rolling
now
for?
it's a failure.
What are you rolling
What?
That's my missing die.
Hey,
Oh, you
To,
want it back?
No,
He's trying to figure out
it's good for
whether
now.
there was like
But
a
it's-
siege or something.
Okay.
based
Why is she
on-
rolling one dice?
you look
He's
around.
re-rolling.
Oh, I
on a
see.
natural 20.
You look around and you don't find any kind of signs of like a struggle. There are bullet holes and damage like this all across the wasteland. People are shooting at each other all the time. And especially in Texas, where prior to the war there were 3 handguns for every man, woman, and child. It is not uncommon for there to be damage around here.
Yeah.
Just people being people.
All right.
Why am I waiting again?
No, you're good.
Are we in a fight?
No, just go for it.
You take the second car, you slam it down, splashing yourself with some of this water. It burns, but it's almost exfoliating for you. by the second kind of part of this, it does get a little tiring for you.
Oh,
And so
honey,
to
you're glowing.
finish this, can you please make an athletic strength check? This is a difficulty 2 check now, as you are getting a little tired. Even your huge muscles finding this task of relocating cars manually to be challenging.
Let's see.
So how
I'll
are you?
use-
You can roll up to 5 dice.
Yeah, I think I'll use
3.
3 caps to add 2 dice.
Hell yeah.
The team needs me. I gotta be strong. Oh no!
Oh,
my
boo!
God.
Luck
Alright,
point.
I use a
that
luck
back.
point because I don't want to deal with this 20.
Okay.
Alright,
Nice.
so that was, what is this again? Strength?
This is a
athletics.
difficulty 2. This is strength athletics.
1, 2, 3 successes. So
There
we'll
you
get
go.
we'll get one of these back.
You do. You get 1 action point back as you
Hell
exceeded by
yeah.
1. And you push through the burning in your muscles, the burning on your skin, and you are able to establish essentially like a car bridge for your companions to follow. It's a 65-foot long bridge that you established, Jebediah. This is like quite a feat. And so by the end of it, you are sweating. This is a pretty challenging task, but you finish it. And for all of you, you can cross this tunnel with no problem. Just a little bit of a problem.
I'd like to go first and just again be keeping an eye out, a very sharp eye. And actually, can I go ahead and sneak a bit?
You absolutely can.
I
Are
will be
we-
already on the other side though.
That's fine. I'll be like, now hold on, don't go any further. Let me scope things out.
Make a sneak agility check. And this is, I would say, this is probably a difficulty 2 task.
Are we in shadows or darkness?
You are in shadows.
Okay, I get a free d20 then,
There you
thanks
go.
to the ghost feat.
A free 20.
Okay, a crit success and
Ooh.
sorry, you said sneak agility.
Correct.
Difficulty set.
2.
That's 3 successes. Nice.
There you go. Take
Is that
an
your
action
tag
point.
skill?
It is, and
Shouldn't
so
it be
Oh,
4
very
successes?
nice.
4. Oh, right, the crit. Okay, 4
Yeah,
successes.
very,
Yeah.
very nice. So you take 2 of these points back. You are silent. Here, so close to a Brotherhood of Steel outpost as well. You want to make absolutely sure that you are going to the right place. So you creep forwards, and as you reach the end of the tunnel, you can see the sky overhead. The purple sky is kind of painting the dunes shades of blue with fiery orange highlights from the setting Texas sun that is even now beginning to get close to the horizon. It outlines a motley collection of buildings that you can see at one time was probably a Poseidon energy station and an adjoining garage. you can see there is an 18-foot tall flagpole that flies a flag with a two-headed bear striding to the left above a red bar. And as a former member of the Brotherhood of Steel, you know that this is not them. This is the New California Republic. With your check, nobody calls out to you, though you do see an individual who is kind of keeping watch outside, sort of standing behind a number of these concrete barriers that have been lugged over from the highway. They are a woman with tan skin, short curly black hair, and a spreading nose close to her broad face that matches some equally broad shoulders, though she's pretty slender overall. You can see she is holding a rifle that looks like it's about a .38 caliber rifle, and is relatively relaxed. From here, there must be other people around. You can hear voices. You also smell like a cigar somewhere off in the distance. But that is what you see, and at the moment you are silent. You feel completely unseen.
As a person as a sniper, can I look for likely spots where a sniper might be and see if there's anybody there? Maybe look through my scope?
Absolutely. So you pull the scope up, you scan across. Make a perception. This is we'll call it a perception survival check.
Okay.
DC.
Sorry, thank you for reminding me. This is probably a difficulty 3 task now.
Okay. Can I use 2 action points? Do y'all mind?
It's
wait, it would
one
have to
for
be
the first
3,
one,
and then
if
2
you want another
raise.
dice, it'd be 2 for the second one.
Y'all mind?
Yeah,
Okay.
we've got a full pool, so go ahead.
All right.
That's what they're for.
Yep, that is what. Ooh, baby. You said perception survival.
Yeah.
So target is 9. That is 4 successes.
Wow.
My guy.
Very nice.
Very
Are you-
nice.
is
So
it
take
a
an
attack
action
skill?
point
It's not a
back.
attack skill.
You, in this, as you are like looking around, you take the scope, you magnify, you enhance, you zoom, you see
Mine
this
was
person,
a
but you
bad
look
skill.
past them. And you look for the place that would
got
most
a
likely be a
success.
sniper point on the attached garage. You could climb up onto the second story, and you see a chair up there, but there's nobody up there currently. You look past this person, you zoom in the one final time, all the way, maximum magnification, and you can see over their shoulder, through the front door, over the counter, there is 2 other people. You see there is a human being, and this is the person who is the source of that cigar smell. They're wearing a 10-gallon hat that is black. They're wearing aviators. They have a smoldering cigar that is clutched in their mouth, and they are standing on the inside of like what looks almost like a makeshift like shop or armory or requisition. You've actually, working for the Brotherhood of Steel, you've seen like requisitions supply stations. That's what this person is manning, and they are talking to a very short man with a little bit of extra weight, dirty blonde hair, crew cut. You've seen like rookies before. This is a rookie. You can see they have a full combat helmet. They have aviators. The only thing that you can see from their face because of this is just like the double chin. But they are like arguing with the person behind the counter. That seems to be everybody who is here right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna withdraw back to the group, still just being quiet, and just report what I saw, and then be like, now how do we want to play this? I am not the friendliest, as y'all know, so I don't think I should go first.
I can go first.
I-
I've been here before.
Oh, you have?
I am, yeah.
All right, you an NCR
Well, the ghoul salesman is
graduate?
Graduate is a strong term, but I've been traveled
Alright.
with these folks before.
And Bob, you got a pretty smooth tongue, right? We just want to make sure that they don't, take offense to you.
Most people don't take offense to me.
Off the top of my head, would I know how this particular group would respond to our ragtag team?
So off the top of your head, without any kind of check required, you know the commanding officer that you had met here previously
Yeah.
would have been fine with
Yeah.
it. They're like a relatively open-minded person. In fact, they've you've known them to be pretty cool with keeping a secret or two. The person, you don't know who else is there. Of the other people that you've met, it would be kind of hard to gauge given your interactions with them. Generally speaking, within the NCR, both ghouls and super mutants treated a little bit better than within Texas. Not much, but a little bit.
Okay. Alright, well, we should be fine as long as they know we're not here to fuck with them. But, maybe I'll go first.
That sounds all right. And
That should be fine.
you know, Bob, you can use that silver tongue of yours.
Yeah.
Hopefully, there'll be someone to talk to this time.
It's gotta be at least one person to talk to. No worries.
Your tongue's made of silver?
No.
I'll start approaching.
So you walk ahead.
Yeah, if I see the person standing, watch, I'll probably give them a whistle and wave my hat.
Okay. You do as you walk around, you can see standing behind a concrete barrier this individual who is actually familiar to you. This is, when you last met them, Corporal Renee Stone, who serves with the NCR's Recon 2nd Battalion. You approach, you kind of tilt your hat and you whistle, and they pull the gun up and kind of shoulder it. They're a little bit quicker to draw than they normally would be, you mark. But kind of looking down, they squint and they say, Mary Sue Ellen?
Yep. One only.
You gotta be careful. We've had trouble around these parts.
I figured
She lowers the weapon.
I saw the bridge was missing. Someone come by through?
You could see she looks down, she takes her hat off, and she says, I'm real sorry to be the person to have to tell you this, but they got Lynn.
What?
Or at the very least, Lynn didn't come back. But we've been having trouble with super mutants this time.
Oh.
Oh boy.
They've just been attacking. They have some kind of a leader now. It's all kinds of trouble. But, technically, I'm in charge now. I'm the ranking officer, and they sent us a replacement. A newer guy.
Okay.
He's a little jumpy. You saw a super mutant kill a settler the other day, and that has him a little bit highly strung, so I would avoid him altogether.
Alright, so I'm in a bit of a sticky situation then. Now, is it still corporal, or were you ranked up?
You can see she laughs a little bit, and she says, I wish. No, I'm still a corporal.
Alright, well, Corporal Stone, listen, I left to follow up on an invitation, and in said invitation, I found a couple others that will need a ride, but one of them, unfortunately, is a super mutant. Unrelated, he is alone, and he is looking for dirt for some reason.
Okay. You say this. She looks at you, and she says, I don't know if we can bring a super mutant.
Well,
I might. Mary Sue Ellen, in this moment, given the history that you have with these people, make a speech charisma check. This is difficulty 3. And everybody who is is anybody following and helping Mary Sue Ellen, or
I'll follow
to
behind.
help.
Yeah.
okay, following behind?
All right.
How are you trying to help?
I'm gonna try to smooth talk that he's a harmless puppy.
So you're, as a ghoul, gonna come in and advocate for the super mutant.
Hey.
So can you? What I would say is, if you're going to attempt to do this, what are you going to say to them? And bear in mind, this could either increase the difficulty or potentially add like the aiding ability.
Yeah.
Hi, Bob. I recognize that I am a ghoul. I am pre-war, actually, so was a human once. To preface, our friend here, Jebediah, is super mutants. How much do you know about them?
Make it difficulty 4.
Am
I'm
I
gonna need some AP.
Yeah, use them.
am I like
I guess that's
visible?
3.
Like, can they see me yet, or am I
Not
just
yet.
not yet?
So
No.
that gives me 3 dice in total, yeah?
Because I have my
4.
scoundrel.
Okay.
When you make a charisma or speech test to convince someone of a lie, you may ignore the first complication you
Left
roll.
point that one.
Yeah, so we'll see if a
What's the point of this
complication
one?
comes up.
Alright,
When
A
you make a
complication is a
speech
20.
test as part of an opposed test, you may
Or
re-roll a
20,
d20.
Yep.
yeah.
So, yep, if you make a speech test as part of you are not making a speech test.
Okay. I'm gonna re-roll 2 of them. So that's 2 luck points or 1 luck point?
2.
1 what?
Wait.
I can only do for 1 die, or can I do it for 2 die?
Can't you reroll?
I think you can
up to
reroll
2? As
any
much luck?
die
Once.
once.
Any die once.
Each
Okay,
die
so I can
once.
And it's
spend
1 luck point for each.
Correct.
2 luck points to reroll 2.
And it's no one assisting, by the way.
No,
I've
there
tried.
was an assist and it made it worse.
Can
Yeah.
can everyone can like
We're-
when we do assist? Is it just one person assisting, or can everyone assist?
We're also
if they
So
Yeah.
have
what
their-
I'll say is, technically, only one person can assist. Bob the Ghoul did not assist. Bob the Ghoul made it worse, so somebody still could assist. What I will
Right.
also say is, for you, Vincent, you're hearing them talk about how a super mutant. This is specifically trouble caused by a super mutant. You may, by making yourself revealed, make the difficulty worse.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh no, I wasn't asking
Okay,
for
yeah,
me.
yeah.
I was just asking why is no one else helping?
Yeah, that's a good question.
We're not
That's a fair-
Well,
So-
I know that I'm not very charismatic, so I mean
No
I
one
am.
is
I'm
except
gonna
for Ghoul.
put my gun
Yeah.
away, like sling it on my back.
Okay.
So I roll.
I'll just kind of block
Reroll that one. Only reroll one more.
Jebediah's
Okay.
And
from
that
walking
only-
forward.
That's not gonna hit a 4. All right, so I only got 2 successes. And if I re-roll it again, I'm not gonna be able to hit 4. So
No
I'm
problem.
not going to do it, and I'm just gonna be like, all right.
So you fail. And in that moment, this individual looks at you. They look at Bob especially, and they say, "This is too much.
I figure. All right.
I
Do you
can."
know where Lynn went? What last direction we saw?
She went out east to try to follow the super mutants, and she just never came back.
All right. What if we go see if I recover Lynn? Either see if she's still alive, or at least bring back something of hers as a peace offering to show that we are willing to go against the super mutants that come through.
I'm gonna be straight with you. I don't think anybody else is gonna help you. I'm only talking to you right now out of respect for Lynn.
Fair. All right.
What I can do is I can rent you some of our saddle scamps.
Okay.
If you want to take them and make your way out, that's your business.
All right. How much are we talking?
They
What's this?
kind of
Saddle
turn and
scamp?
look over their shoulder at everybody else.
Traveling.
Like a chocobo?
Yeah, it is exactly a chocobo.
What?
It's a big bird that runs through. No,
We got a chicken?
it's not a chicken.
It's definitely not a giant roach.
This
They
might be a forte here.
turn and they just say,
Maybe not.
"Well, we got 4 that we could spare right now, and each one will hold probably about 2 people. I don't know if one will hold a super mutant and a person."
How fast can you run?
How many folks you got?
Yeah. Well, there are
5 and a half.
6 of us total. We got one's a mutant and one is a robot. So they might be maybe we can just tie her or something.
I can hold on to the horse's tail.
There's a broken down bike that you might be able to make work if any of you are good with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Lynn was the only person who really knew how to do that. But it's just on the outskirts on the way out.
Alright.
You could check it on the way over to where we keep the saddle scamps.
Will do. Alright, so what's it gonna cost us?
How many you want?
So if we took 4, that's 1, 2. So it's 1, 2,
3. And then bike for.
Well,
Robot bike.
well, I don't have feet. Also,
Yeah.
terrain doesn't impede my movement.
No, but you'll
Speed.
be slower.
yeah.
Okay.
Could we
Oh.
potentially
Quest.
could we tie her?
I was gonna say, could we hook up like a sidecar situation?
For your robot companion?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could just kind of lash your robot companion to the side of one. That would
Yeah.
count as a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you
Okay.
could do that.
So it's 1, 2, 3,
What is that if not saddle?
4.
Exactly.
How much would it be for 4? All 4?
Well, wouldn't it
Well, we'll
be
take one bike.
wouldn't it be less if we
Are
can
we-
repair the bike? So
yeah.
should we try to repair the bike first?
Yeah. But I just want to know what the cost is. So how much would be for all 4 in case we can't do the bike?
That'll run you about 200 caps.
All right, 3 it is. So let me go collect some. Let me go get you your caps, and I'll be right back.
And they say, Mary Sue Ellen, again, I mean no disrespect, but I would hurry up.
I know. want to cause y'all any more trouble than you got. Alright, I'll be back. I'm gonna just fucking book it and just be like, alright, listen, we need a shit ton of caps. I found someone to rent us some. They ain't gonna take us. They ain't gonna take us, but we can rent some of the skins from them. And maybe repair a bike.
I am good at repairing
deal?
bicycles.
Make a intelligence barter check.
I
This is
also
difficulty
have
1.
84 caps that I can donate to the crew.
Yeah, I got caps too. I got
That's
pass over.
one
I got 75.
success.
Okay, let's do some quick math.
With 1 success,
So
that's
84
a fine deal.
Hold on, he's bartering.
Shit.
What is it?
Good deal.
Just price checking.
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, all right.
I got here some caps.
So it's
I usually don't use them to buy
84.
things.
So there's 70,
So here you go.
I have some caps.
15, I have 40, so that's 190.
How much we all got per
I
person?
have
Is it-
75.
Jebediah
what we
drops
need?
like a dozen caps on the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, sweetie.
Oh, you need more? I drop more.
How much you got in there?
How many you need total?
So to get 4, it would be 200 caps. So
Surely
I'm
we can
thinking,
scrounge that up between us.
I'm thinking at least if we get at least 3 and fix the bike.
3 handfuls? Oh, I drop another handful of caps on the floor.
No, you
Caps on the
stupid
ground.
idiot.
All right.
I mean,
Let's start
that's
picking
fine.
up
All
caps.
right, 36.
There's 75 caps on the floor.
So I'm
75,
guessing
okay.
it's 50 caps of a bug.
Correct.
Okay. So.
Puck. I would say, Mary Sue Ellen, you've seen these creatures before. Saddle scamps. These are like huge geckos that are each about 20 feet long from the tip of their tail to the front of their nose. They have 4 long muscular legs and long porcupine-like quills out the back of their head and tails. It's a little tricky to get the hang of, but you can use the quills to really finely kind of steer them, or they're generally kind of ride like horses, although quite quick, and for a good duration as well. They can typically keep a 30-mile-an-hour pace for a good number of hours before they need a rewater and a feed. But these creatures they're large, they're perfect for the environment. They are a little skittish, that's the only thing.
Okay.
Will my high pilot skill help me pilot one?
It would likely not help you pilot one of these lizards, but that motorcycle would probably benefit from a high pilot
Okay,
skill.
okay, yeah.
All right. So if we can get 200, I can contribute 40.
If you can fix that bike, I'm pretty good at riding anything that's not alive. So maybe we should try that. Oh God.
But if you
just outed
if you kill the
yourself.
saddle
Everybody
camp, it
just
can't run
rewind.
anymore.
Nobody heard me say that.
You keep that there to yourself.
Sorry, it's been a while since I've talked to anybody. Anyway, I can ride the motorcycle if you can fix it.
I will do my best.
But and I'll pass over 50 caps and be like, there you go. You need any
That's
more?
Yeah, so it's 90, so it's probably be at least, I'm guessing it's 50 per.
Yeah.
So it would be minimum 150.
yeah.
So I have 40. So it's
Peggy tosses in.
So we've tossed in you 40, 75,
No, no.
115.
If you have 40, I'll
Mhm.
contribute 60.
Okay,
Okay,
so that's 100.
Here's a pro DM tip.
All right.
If you ever want to really distract your players, have them like split a bill or something. That's a tough one.
Hi.
Let's take a
if-
step back. There's 75 caps on the floor. You're putting in 40, right? And you're putting in 40?
No,
I'm
if
putting
you-
in 60.
You're
So
putting in 60?
Okay,
All right,
so
we already have...
40
So
if you
you
put
put
in
75
50.
caps down.
There's 75 caps on the floor.
Okay, I just heard a lot of handfuls of caps. I
Yeah.
didn't get like
I
a
could
full
also
number.
still try to barter
Okay.
it down.
I
So that's
just got a
175.
salad though, so I don't want
I
to
don't
pay for
think
the
the
whole.
guy-
So the rest of the group just needs to pay 75.
So that's okay. So 75. So 175, and you put
Can
in.
you talk a little louder, Matt? Because I can't.
Yeah, no one
It
can hear you.
doesn't- It doesn't matter.
Okay.
40.
My,
you put in
fine, I
75.
got some. And Peggy throws
You
some
don't
in.
need to.
Okay, so we should
Fine,
be
I
fine.
won't.
So 100 and 175, we should be good to get 3, and then she would return 25 caps to
Madeline.
Madeline.
Okay.
My brain kept trying to say like the wrong M word, and I'm like, I don't know.
It's hard with Mary Sue Ellen and Madeline.
Yeah. So I'll take the 150 caps back to Corporal Stone, and be like, all right, we'll head over. We'll try to fix the bike, and thanks.
She nods. She says, "Come on, I'll show you."
Mhm.
She leads you over, kind of away from the Neptune. What's the Neptune? The Poseidon Energy Station, and over towards where there is like barely you could call it ruins of a barn. It's just sticks poking out of the ground. There's no roof. There's no real walls. But within these confines, you do see there are 4 brightly colored, huge lizards, each 20 feet long. There is a red one, there is an orange one, there is a yellow one, and there is a purple one, but all of them kind of like the color of the setting sun in various shades. You can see as they kind of like bask here in the sort of setting sun. Each is probably sized enough for 2 people for sure. Off and to the right, just before you get there, you can see kind of leaned up against a sun-bleached doghouse. There is a cherry red, still unfaded from the sun, and you can see like a tarp partially pulled away. It has been well protected. This is a Lone Wanderer motorcycle from 2072. It's in rough condition. You can see besides the nice intact paint, there is rust on the engine, on the wheels. You can see where the coolant is kind of fed into the reactor. This is not in the best shape. This is likely a difficulty 4 check to get it to work. But
I
it's
can
right there.
maybe toss you a couple things if you need an extra set of. Peggy counts the arms. Hands?
You could call these arms. It is the closest approximation to what I have. I'm going to... So, you're aiding?
We need to stick just 2 googly eyes.
I need to know where to look.
Yeah.
I like that, so I can look at any of you and you have no idea who I'm looking at.
Exactly.
I like it.
Alright, so...
I'm not looking at any of you.
Just
Okay.
cross-eyed the whole time.
So I
So-
can't help.
Is the coolant leaking by chance by the time we got up to it?
When you got up to it, there's no like liquid in the actual sand that is underneath it.
Okay.
So it doesn't seem as if it's leaking. At least not yet.
Is there other like junk lying around?
Yeah, there are like bits of scrap. You see like a tin can, you see like an old dog bowl, you see what looks like the remains of a leash that may have at one time been tied here, but not what would be like common, uncommon, or rare components.
Okay. If I'm looking around, can I spend a luck point to use luck of the draw and add something that I would be lucky to encounter, such as the right ammo for my gun?
Just to throw something out there.
It's in the rules. That's what
It is
luck
something
points
that's
are
in the
for.
rules. So are you gonna spend a luck point to scrounge around in this doghouse?
Yeah. While they're working on the bike, I'm just gonna be looking around.
What kind of ammo are you looking for?
45.
45. So as you're sort of talking, you don't need to spend that luck point. You do hear the individual who's talking to Mary Sue Ellen sort of say, and you know, if you want to come inside and spend a couple more caps, I'm sure Daryl would like to do business with you.
Alright.
Okay, so I'm like,
Yeah. Alright.
We've got all
I'll take
kinds of
that.
ammunition, weapons, things like that, you know.
Yeah.
So to be clear, they didn't seem upset with Bob, just Jeff.
They didn't seem super excited about Bob, and Bob coming over made it harder, and so probably like they weren't directly mean to Bob, but they were not. Bob was not well liked.
I'm gonna, having heard that,
It's the
instead
flight of the
of
ghoul.
climbing around in the doghouse, I'm just gonna go over to Mary Sue Ellen and be like, hey, if you're going in there, can you try and find me some 45 ammo? I swapped out my gun. Here's something you can trade, and she's gonna hand over her 308 ammo, 48 of them. And here's some caps too, and I'll give you 10 caps.
Okay.
If you wouldn't mind, just get me as many 45s as you can.
Alright. I'm gonna head inside. Anyone else? You need anything? You need...
I always need things. If you see any robot mods or armor, that would be super helpful.
Alright. You got any caps you're willing to donate to this adventure?
I have 84, and she will shoot out
Half of your party doesn't understand how to pay normally.
Actually, I'm just gonna give you all my caps, so add 30 more.
Okay, so 40 caps, you're giving me 80?
80, yeah, you can have 80.
Okay,
Good
80
way
caps.
to get all of our money
Alright.
together.
Very soon I'll just fucking.
Now we have a treasure. Very good.
Why do we feel poor now? Why do we feel poor and down one person?
Anyone else need anything from inside?
No, everything I need is out here. And then I start go off with my shovel and shoveling some dirt into a bag.
Strange.
Please excuse our friend. He's harmless, really, but
You can see she sneers at Jebediah's,
yeah.
but she doesn't say anything. She
I
kind
can understand his kind have really been bothering you, but
she nods her head and she says, "Not just us, everybody around here."
yeah.
We'll keep an eye on it. Alright, I'm ending.
Okay. She turns. She walks with you. She puts a hand on your shoulder, Mary Sue Ellen. She says, "Are you sure you know what you're doing, getting involved with somebody like that?"
Well, listen here. I got some, I'm staying on this because, there might be some, power upset coming up soon. Got wind that, someone's looking to mess with, Brahmin lands around here.
You can see their eyes go up at that, and they say, "Who'd be dumb enough to do that?"
Well, we'll find out.
Me.
But, this ragtag group is, we're a bit of a recon to see what's exactly going on with that. So I figured it'd be worth hanging out with them just to know what's going on.
They nod and they say, "Well, if you hear anything else, let us know. We'll pass the word up to command."
Yeah. Finally, you said there was a bunch of super mutants that took land?
Yeah, there's a new powerful super mutant, I guess. It's kind of getting them all riled up now. There's one of them every couple months.
Alright. Well, keep an eye out, but that's rough.
They nod, push the door open, and you can make your way into the gas station that everybody has sent you in for snacks.
Can I get a Mountain Dew and some Takis? No.
You look across the counter,
Cold
and in this
red. Make sure
makeshift
it's cold
cage,
red.
you can see
My finest bread.
the NCR 2nd Battalion Logistical Officer Daryl Means. This is a human you can see wearing a 10-gallon hat, aviators, they have a smoldering cigar clutched in their mouth. They run the logistical office. They have a whole bunch of things to trade. You can see behind them, there's a whole shelf full of ammunition. You see a box of 45s. You see all kinds of different ammunition. You actually see a couple combat rifles that are hanging in the back with different mods that are kind of listed underneath them. You see 10mm pistols. You see a laser gun. You see machetes, frag grenades, military fatigues. You see a full set of combat armor. And then you see a section that says robot mods. There is a Mr. Handy actuated frame arms. You also see a robot repair kit. And then there is just a little section that says supplies, and there are a number of ancient Salisbury steaks. You can see like pre-war packaging. There are 3 Nuka-Colas, and there are 4 Dirty Waters.
Okay, Dirty Waters were set on. So, Daryl. Long
He
time no see.
puts the cigar in his mouth, he kind of chews on it, and he rolls like the steel curtain up a little bit more to allow you to speak a little bit more personably. He glances to the left and to the right to see if the other person has left, and they have. You are alone with them in this room. The room is also full of cigar smoke, and so it is quite pungent in here, but he nods to you, and he says, "Yeah, what do you want?"
Well, looking for some ammo and, how much to pot with any of the robotics you got?
What kind of ammo you want?
You said 48.
Yes, 45s,
45.
please.
45s.
He pulls this box of 45 shells, bullets. What am I-
Bullets.
Bullets.
Who knows?
Puts them
45
down on the counter, and there's about 55 of them in this box. He says, "How many?"
How much will 40 caps get me?
40.
Alright, so,
Give you ammo to trade too.
So Mary Stone's gonna take out the 30-8.
Okay.
And put them on the table and be like, will you trade me 1-for-1 for some 30-8?
He takes a handful of the 30-8 and gives you a handful of the 45 back. And by pure magic, it is 1-to-1.
Perfect. So that's a total of, you gave me 48 of those?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a total of 48. Mary Stone would even out to a nice 50.
Okay.
And then for the...
He looks at you and he kind of proffers the box forwards and he says, "Come on now. You're going to leave 5 lonely bullets in there?"
Alright, right. She'll toss him to get a whole 55. Fine.
You gotta leave
They
them
got
all alone.
I'll take the whole box. Put them in the box you need. Alright. How much is the Mr. Handy?
He turns around, he grabs these arms, and he pulls them off the wall. And they're kind of heavy. He sag a little bit off the stool, but he puts them on the counter and he says, "You know, we ain't had many Mr. Handy units around these parts. 30 credits.
Alright. Use it, you know.
Caps.
So she'll
What's a
take
credit?
that. And how much for the repair kit?
Pre-war, they had these cards."
It's what you owe me.
Say again, sorry.
How much is the repair kit?
Don't need
It's
it.
a
I already
bit
have
more
one.
pricey. Hard to come by. 48 caps.
8 caps. Well, you didn't say that to her before you sent her in.
Okay.
So she's going to buy the thing that says robot on it. Okay, so
You got some kind of robot?
believe it or not. Yeah, so you meet all kinds of sorts out there in the waste nowadays. Did you know that some Mr. Handies have a flamethrower on them?
I heard they have all kinds of attachments.
Mm-hmm. Well, somehow found one.
I hear there's a singing one wandering around the wastes.
Singing one.
Yeah.
Can robots sing?
I don't know.
I
Do
heard
they
them
dream?
talk.
All
Alright. Like, why would someone make a singing robot though? Aren't they supposed to be for like a...
Not just a singing robot. They fix shit and stuff too.
Mhm.
But this one apparently rocks.
I'm sorry. Rocks?
Oh.
And
Meet the king!
they say, "I heard a long time ago there was a number of Mr. Handy units loaded with celebrity personalities. Might be one of them."
Well. We'll see if we come across him. I'll let you know. But I think that's alright. Daryl, it was nice seeing you again. Thank you so much for your kindness, as always. And
Nods his head.
heard about Lynn.
Takes his hat off at that and he says, "Damn shame. Fucking super mutants. If I ever see one again, I'll skin him and gut him myself." He pulls out a machete.
Sneeze. Oh, sorry. Darn.
You ain't.
Thankfully,
know
you are
nothing
very
about
far
them,
away.
do you?
Say again?
You ain't know nothing about them, do you?
About what?
Does he know anything about the super mutants outside of that they're
Supermutants.
just like big and bad?
This is a difficulty 1 speech charisma check. You look at him, you've just spent all this money.
Let's see.
9.
2 successes.
Okay.
Nice.
Mary Sue Ellen, let me tell you. I think this is horseshit.
Mm-hmm.
They say this new super mutant leader is calling himself Big Tex. And he's a leader because he rides atop a blue Deathclaw.
So badass.
I'm sorry. Not just a Deathclaw, but a blue Deathclaw.
Yep. That's why I say it's bullshit.
Huh. Well, let's see. I think I'd sooner see a pig fly or a Brahmin with one head.
What's a pig?
You know, I'm not actually sure. I just have heard that somewhere.
You can see he kind of pops a can of Frankenbeans open and starts eating some of it. And he says, I never heard of pig.
She'll just like knock on the counter and be like, all right, Daryl. Next time. She'll wander out.
You
With
make your
her
way out.
just awkwardly lugging these. How much do they weigh?
So there's like a Mr. Handy like set of arms over your shoulders. Those are like probably like 50 pounds themselves.
Oh.
You're like sagging over, and then the ammunition isn't too bad. But you have a lot.
Give
in
you
your
like a
hand.
cart or
What's your strength score? You
This
breaking
is
it.
like a chain market.
I'm like trying really hard to play it off cool. Like I could definitely walk carrying all this weight, but it is very clearly a struggle. So I make my way back. So I hand pack everyone's change. So
While Mary Sue Ellen is doing this, are you trying to fix this bike?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go up to this bike, Miss Greta and Peggy. The two of you look at this, and you can see this is likely going to be a repair intelligence check.
Yep.
This is a difficulty 4 check. This is an old bike that hasn't been ridden in probably several dozen years. But the working components of it are still intact. There's no pieces that are actively missing.
Can I help using my knowledge of motorcycles due to my pilot skill?
You can. So go ahead, and for you, I would say that would be using your knowledge, intelligence piloting.
Alright, I'll give it a shot.
Who's the main person doing the check?
I got 1
Olive.
success.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Peggy. Then,
No, I'm
Oh, I'm
I'm
sorry.
mechanic.
So
Gotcha.
Wait, or were
you
you
gonna-
gonna help?
I'm
us?
assisting.
Oh, I didn't mean to step on your toes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so Peggy's going to assist
Well, they
Miss
can-
Greta.
can they both assist, or is it only one?
It's
I
one.
believe it's just one.
Okay, sorry about
Okay.
that. I didn't realize.
Okay, so then Ms. Greta,
Yep,
for you, you are making a repair intelligence check.
perfect. This is
You
a
are
tag
also
tool.
using
Olive
repair
needs
intelligence check.
D20s.
Peggy, you are using repair intelligence to assist.
That makes more sense.
I was like, this seems like an odd match. Maybe Jebediah should step in.
no, I
He
just
should be the main guy.
I just had
You get a
total
success
brain
from
fart.
Peggy.
Okay, so and I
I like the idea of Jebediah.
You have
is just
2, and then you can
intimidating
right.
use
So you have a success.
the rack where you just
and
hold
you're
it up,
using,
so you can get
how many
it
action
better.
points?
an action point to get an extra die, or you...
I
This is
want to
difficulty 4.
use. I want to buy an action point so I can use up to 5 dice if it's difficulty 4. So you get an.
Sorry, if
action
you're buying 5 dice, you're buying 4.
I'm
action
buying
point.
2 extra dice so I can get a total of 5. So I need another dice.
Oh, you get an extra dice automatically?
No, I'm buying one. I'm buying.
So Olive just gave
Yeah.
me an action point
Yes.
to get
Oh,
an
right.
action point.
So I
I
emptied
see.
our pool. So I have 5
One of
dice.
those is not
Okay.
a D20.
You
So
guys are
hold on,
setting
on.
yourself up
Yeah,
for a
you don't-
very
You're buying,
difficult
you start with 2
combat.
dice, and you're
Yep.
buying how many dice?
2, and then I got it 1 from her.
I already
6.
rolled mine.
So you're rolling 4 dice,
Oh.
not
Yeah.
5. That's why I'm confused.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I roll when I assist, and I
Okay.
gave you a success. So now you need 3 successes.
Okay, got it. And this is intelligence repair, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not gonna use a luck point to use my luck because this is I already
you can do it
have good.
afterwards.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me use your dice tray.
Nice.
those
Okay,
are
we've
nice.
got some good rolls. Let's see. 11 is my.
Alright,
So I've got 2 successes. I'll use 2 luck
any of those-
points to re-roll.
Do you have
Because I
any
need-
tag skill
Yes.
critical successes?
No,
I don't think so. No.
no, I don't. So I'm using 2 luck points to re-roll 2 dice.
Okay, you need 2 successes. You need 1 success.
Oh,
Well,
fuck. I'm
Wasn't one of the
short.
things that you rolled a 1?
No, it was
2
sevens.
sevens. Oh, 2 sevens, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck. I didn't get it, so I only got 2 successes.
Okay. So in this moment, you are unable to repair the bike. As Mary Sue Ellen goes to assist, this is just too broken to be repaired. It's been sitting here for too long, and as you try to work on it, the wheel comes off.
Sorry,
the
everybody.
front axle kind of falls off, and this is probably now a difficulty 5. You could try it again, but failing again would mean certainly this would be broken.
This is unfortunately unable to ride. I apologize, Madeline, but Madeline, but
Whatever.
this one cannot be ridden.
Oh, well, thanks for trying anyway.
Yeah.
While they are working on it, can I have a conversation?
Yeah.
All right. So while they're working on the bike, Madeline's gonna go up to Bob and be like, "Listen, I ain't never traveled with a ghoul before. I didn't know the prejudices. I mean, I did know,
Yeah.
but listen, I want to apologize.
Yeah,
I was rude.
that's alright.
Yeah. Listen, I got your back. Okay. We're traveling together, and I'm gonna try real hard to be friendlier.
Don't worry about
Yeah. All right.
it. I've been through enough. Nothing really bothers me much these days.
Well, that is good to hear, but
Yeah.
That is really good to hear.
yeah, that's good to hear. It's good that you're so resilient.
Sure.
Yeah. How long you been alive, anyway?
You can't just ask a ghoul how long he's been alive.
I mean, I'm
See,
sky.
like the eye goes back to try to think.
I got charisma
and, like,
score
it almost
4.
rolls out of
I can
the
ask whatever I
pocket.
want.
Somewhere north of 215.
Good God.
Damn. Well, I'm either real sorry or real happy for you. I can't tell which one I should be.
Well, after the first 100 years, it just kind of keeps going.
Yeah, all right. I guess that makes sense.
I think one of the misses was Peggy dropping a wrench on her her only good leg, and then like screeching out as she hears like this that we're traveling with someone who's been alive for 215 years.
Yeah, long ass time. That is before the bombs fell. So, pre-war
Hey,
ghoul.
pay attention.
It's stupid back.
So you have in front of you these 4 saddle scamps that you can absolutely ride. With 4 of them, that is enough for all of you. How are you sort of assigning these? And I would say, Mary Sue Ellen, you know sort of how to ride these. You can give a brief primer. You've never done it. And so just to ride on like the open road, probably not super hard. If you're forced to do anything a little bit more dexterous or more fine, that will be challenging.
All right, so I'll give the robot repair kit and the hands to you.
Ah, thank you. This
give
will be
you-
super helpful.
I'll give you your change of 32 caps.
Oh, appreciate you. Wait, 30. I thought you spent all the 40.
No, so the trade.
It was
Oh,
just all
okay.
the bullets.
So I get
swapped.
32 back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most
thank
of the bullets swapped, and then I spent a couple to just finish out to get the whole box.
you. Gotcha.
And then, so you got 55, 48, 55, 45 ammo.
Thank you. And
55,
I
45, there's lots of numbers.
Oh, I appreciate. I feel much better now that I can shoot lots of things instead of just 1 or 2.
So which one of these looks like the most chill of them?
Definitely the red one. You know the red one, actually. This one's name is Rusty. And it's like, you can see just chilling out there. Every now and then the tongue just across the eyes. But it's just hanging out. There's an orange one. And as you get closer, each has like a little collar on it, in addition to a sort of like saddle and a thing that you could hold on to. The red one is Rusty. The orange one is Juice. The yellow one is Sunshine. And the purple one is Beans. Each can carry 2 people. And how are you sort of assigning yourselves on these before you make your way towards Austin?
Bob, would you like to ride with me?
I don't care.
All right. Trying to be friendly. It's not
Set
working
yourself
so,
up for some
so well.
fun journey.
I mean, I'm just trying to reestablish the
Yeah.
trust there.
Mary Sue's gonna look at Jebediah and be like,
Jebediah is gonna take out a blood bug steak and start eating it. Then he's gonna look at the what are they called? Saddle
Scamps?
scamps. Is any of them like eyeing my blood bug steak?
No.
Damn.
Puts it back.
What is wrong with this guy anyway?
why don't you take the red one? I think that one might be the most unbothered by having such a... Normally take people size like me, not people size like you. So I think they might be the most experienced.
Which one's the biggest one?
Not biggest, but the calmest. They're all about the same size. The red one is the calmest.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to the red one.
You over to the red one, no problem.
I have a little bit of bloodbug steak once. I'll like offer it to him and see if he eats it.
Okay, so you get closer with it, closer with it. Maybe you just can't see it closer with it. Eventually, you're just pushing it right against its mouth. It's doing nothing. You see the mouth on the other side cracks open, and it just kind of cleans its other eye, but still hasn't eaten this bloodbug steak. I would say, or make an intelligence survival check.
Me?
Yeah.
DC.
This is difficulty 1.
Are you serious?
Survival?
Yeah.
Okay, that's 2 successes, so...
Yeah, take that
Damn.
AP, and you
Steak-based
recognize in
knowledge.
this moment, like, the equations go across your mind, and you look at this creature, you look at yourself, you look at the steak, you look at this creature. It probably doesn't eat meat. Probably eats plants or maybe like an insect-based diet, but it does not eat. It does not eat this kind of red meat.
But don't.
So,
But it's not bothered by you.
Okay.
Alright. Peggy, do you want to ride by yourself, or do you want to hatch up?
I mean, how's that thing gonna stay with us?
Are you referring to me, the Mr. Handy Robot?
Well, they
That's
have
something.
pretty powerful thrusters, so if we just tie it off, it should probably be fine.
I mean, I only got the one leg, so it'd be nice to also be tied down, so I might as well just be with the Miss Greta over there and
Alright, so we'll
lash
tie,
myself to this
we'll tie
lizard.
both of you to Sunshine. I'll take Juice. Y'all take Beans?
Yeah, all right.
Okay. So the two
Hey there,
of you ride
Beansy.
Beans. Jebediah, you're riding
Oh,
Rusty. You have the robot and the and Peggy, the cyborg, technically.
We make
Oh,
a great
jeez.
team.
Together, we have one body.
All of you get onto these creatures without issue. These are very much creatures that are used to being ridden by other people. They're rented out pretty frequently. And so with no problem, you are able to get on. And with Mary Sue Ellen's help, you are easily able to make your way out of town, out of the corral. And you get on the road to Austin.
So the side, it's like Austin.
The road to Austin rolls on ahead of you or under you. This is an artery that once brought thousands of cars a day to the Texas metropolis, now choked with long dead cars.
Does this mean we completed quest?
Choose the brother. Yeah, so you have chosen NCR. You have not gotten a new quest marker yet.
Well, it said obtain a ride to Austin.
Correct.
Yeah,
You
so
are en
it's
route
check
to
marked,
Austin.
but we haven't gotten the new next part yet.
Oh.
You are on your saddle scamps. You are heading to
We
Austin.
have to get to Austin to get
Wait,
the
there's
next
another
update.
little checkbox that comes up before we get the completed like quest
Oh,
marker.
shit. Damn it.
At least one. You do see above you, there is a large green sign that does, you kind of go underneath. It says Route 10. It's marked in several places, in fact, as you roll, Route 10, as you speed over the sand and over the bits of pavement that are here. And the sand does form dunes off on either side of the road before expanding out for miles. There is yellow-gray haze that hangs above the sand, almost like clouds in the distance, filtering the almost gone sun, doing very little to dull the warmth. It isn't oppressively hot, but it is warm, and it is also getting much darker. For all of you, the road is slowly becoming harder to visualize, and as you ride off for like an hour, it's getting quite dark. Yes.
In the game, Pip-Boys have flashlights.
Yeah.
Does my Pip-Boy have a flashlight?
You tap your Pip-Boy, and the flashlight, it's bad, but it works.
Okay, might as well.
Yeah,
I'll
it's kind
add
of like a
that.
little dance show,
Yeah.
but no problem. You turn that on. It doesn't, especially at the speed that you're moving, it's worth noting when these things get off to a gallop, they're moving quick. They're low to the ground, and these four legs just scurry along, but you're going about 30 miles an hour, and they sustain that for the first hour without even breaking a sweat or seeming to get tired. They're not breathing heavy. The little tongue every now and then like slips from the mouth and just kind of trails in the wind for a little bit before right back in.
I
But they
love
just
them.
fly along. The road gets a little harder to visualize, even with the flickering light of the Pip-Boy. And as you round some corners, your saddle scamps are beginning to skid a little bit. As the sun dips down low below the horizon, riding is going to get difficult. And you can see overhead there is an overpass that is starting to approach. If you are going to rest for the night and not push straight through, which is a very dangerous thing to do in the wasteland, this would be a good place to stop. You can see that there is a ramp that is still intact to this overpass, but there is no exit ramp. It just ends. You see lots of like collapsed ruins underneath, and over top there is almost like a semicircle of what was at one point like a very bad pileup that has now formed almost like a moon or a half moon shaped sort of like wreckage pile. And that would be a good place to camp.
All right. Mary John's gonna like slow up Juice and be like, we should park these saddle camps for a while. I don't know about y'all, but I can't see in the dark.
I can.
Well, isn't that nice for you? Yeah, why don't we stop and rest for a bit?
I don't need to rest, so you guys can all sleep as humans need to, and I'll keep watch.
You try to fix the flashlight on this pit boy while you keep watch?
Sure.
You also mentioned something about making water better.
Oh, yes, and you see integrated into her thorax?
As all robots have thoraxes. Your torso.
Hey, Bob, is that the
Into
thorax or is that the
my
chassis?
Main body. She opens up this compartment and you can see an integrated boiler mod. And you can put in your waters and she can purify them.
There's a nozzle on the bottom that just squirts it out.
Yes.
Okay. So
Oh,
pees
usually
out
when I do that,
potable water.
the water that comes out isn't
Thank
drinkable.
It's drinkable.
Peggy tosses you a container of just like the muddiest water.
So are you just going to stay down on the ground?
What do you mean?
Or are we going up to the overpass?
So there
just
is an
like-
overpass that you could kind of
Oh.
like go up, and
Yeah.
the on-ramp is still intact. You
Oh.
could go up there
Yeah.
and kind of park up there for the night, or you could stay down underneath. The sands form dunes on either side, which really limit visibility. This would be an easy place to be ambushed, but up on the overpass, you at least would have.
I
pretty
read a
good
comic
visibility.
that's going up high is good.
Something about the high ground.
Something about that, yeah. Oh, you read the same one?
Yeah, it was over once someone had the high ground. Yeah, that sounds good. And she's gonna
Alright.
make her way up.
Okay.
So as we approach,
Are you taking the saddle scamps up?
I'm gonna defer to Fartface over there because she knows how to use it. Sorry, what's your name again?
Fartface?
Mary Sue Ellen.
Why was that one?
Damn!
Oh, yes.
Madeline is not making friends.
Actually, that was Hannah. I just couldn't remember your name. Yeah, I'll defer to Mary Sue Ellen on what to do. With them.
I can't think of any reason why we wouldn't take
Sure.
them up. So we're gonna take them up in a little like circle camp.
You're gonna climb up this overpass, and kind of choked as it is with these like dead cars, please for all of this make a piloting agility check. This is a difficulty 2 check because you are using an unfamiliar vehicle in the dark to climb across cars and things like that.
All of
And
us?
Each of us is doing that.
whoever is going to be piloting, so whoever is kind of in the lead here,
I'm pretty
I would
decent at
probably
piloting.
just get
piloting.
off if we're just like
Yeah.
climbing up there at this point.
I can go
I don't
back
know
and
what
forth and bring
the
lizards.
reasoning is to
Gives you
put
dirty
them up
water.
on top, but I would put the things down below because
I got
they're not gonna tell us if we see anything off on the horizon. So them being up there to look out doesn't make a difference. They should
think-
be underneath.
Aren't we camping up there?
Right,
we
we're
would want
camping
all
up
our
there, but
stuff.
we don't need to bring the large animals up with us. They could just go underneath.
What if
Yeah, but
something
if-
goes down there and he eats them where we can't see?
Oh,
Yeah,
hopefully
or
we
steal
see
them.
them
you hear
beforehand.
Jebediah's stomach like feel like rumble.
Actually, maybe that's a good idea.
Alright.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter to me either way.
I think I'd be more comfortable bringing them up with us. They're not exactly the most ferocious beings in the world, as you can see.
Is there space up there for all of us, including the lizards?
Yeah. You can see up where there is sort of like a semicircle of ruined vehicles. There's an old Corvega bus that has been kind of like T-boned between 2 other cars. There is space for all of you, for the lizards. You could bring a couple of friends if you really wanted to.
Oh, I don't make friends.
There you go.
And is it hard to get up there because there's
So it's
cars in
for
the
all your
way that
friends.
we have to like?
So, would it be
Walk
easier
over?
if we got dismounted and led them?
It would be a little easier if you got off and led them. That would probably reduce it to a difficulty 1.
Okay,
Can
will
I?
dismount and lead the.
I'll do that as well with mine. You said pilot agility.
You have to use the what?
So if you are just going to dismount and
Ah.
lead them, easy enough. Can everybody please make a perception survival check as you make your way into this sort of...
In addition to the piloting.
No, this is no more piloting. You're not piloting up anymore.
If you're staying on, you can pilot. If you're getting off, you can
Okay.
do the other one. I guess.
Perception survival.
Use that book.
I've got
Tag success.
2 regular successes.
Very nice.
Just one tag success.
One success.
Okay.
No.
Are we all?
It's just to get up
So
there.
when
Yeah.
you say tag
This-
success,
so this is a
you mean
difficulty
it is a
3.
critical because
Because of my
Uh,
tag, so yes.
So
one
you
of
get-
them.
because it's the number is equal to or lower than your tag.
Correct.
Okay, so
So if you are,
You
if
said
it
it
is
was-
just, sorry, this is difficulty 1.
Okay, so I
Okay.
use 1 AP
A
from
So
my
take
2
survival
successes.
1 AP from Hannah's, I believe 1 from
one from
somebody that
Alana.
tagged
Oh,
success.
I
Alana.
forgot that you have to roll 2 dice.
Yeah.
2 successes.
There you go. Take 1 from Kara as well.
Oh,
So
hell yeah.
with
Yeah,
these
one
successes, you all begin to enter this space, and you can see that there are areas where the pavement is crumbling and broken. There are places where the cars are partially off the actual ramp and standing on one, or if one of your saddle scamps had gone across one, would have almost certainly tilted it over the edge and you along with it. But as you are leading them nice and slow, you make your way up with no problem. You don't fall 35 feet down into the
Yeah.
pavement below. You make your way up to the campsite, and as you begin to secure this space, because it is 1:30, we're going to step away for a quick break, and then we will come back to finish the session of Fallout Black Heart of Texas. Thank you for joining us for this session. You'll see a timer on your screen. We'll be back at the end of it. And we're back. Thank you for sticking with us through the break if you did. If not, welcome to our Fallout adventure. Let me go ahead and give us a little bit of Western downtime music here.
Wanting another donut was my downfall.
Let me tell you, those donuts are fucking good.
They're so good.
Thank you, Alana, for bringing donuts to our group. For all of you now, you have gone to the sort of overpass that is above the street. Here, there is a section that is about 60 feet long before it just kind of stops and crumbles away when the pavement has fallen away. You can see that there is a semicircle of wrecked cars here that ring around a Corvega truck meant to haul gases. So the tank has long since ruptured, and you can see char marks around it that indicate it was likely flammable. All around it, curved protectively like arms, are destroyed cars that form a makeshift barricade, and in the midst of the space you can see the long cold remains of a frequently used campsite. This is a very good place to camp. Many people use it. You see signs of people passing through. Of note, you see there are a few vehicles more intact than others. There is a Corvega Atomic V8 that is off to the left, rusted and blue, and then there is also a Corvega Nuclear Family RV. That is like just it is a mobile home that is kind of off into the other side. But here, you can all rest. There is space for you and your saddle scamps, these 20 feet long colorful lizards that you have ridden across the Texas wasteland to this point.
What's your character's name again?
Miss Greta.
Hey there, Miss Greta.
Wow, I'm doing good. You're doing good.
Are these? Looks at a notepad. Corvegas?
What?
And I point at the cars.
Why, yes, they are indeed.
Would you happen to know where I can find the coolant on one of these Corvegas?
Well, as a robot familiar with other mechanical bodies of vehicles, I can certainly check to see if I can find it.
Make a difficulty 1 repair intelligence check.
Oh, good. That's what I'm good at.
You float over to this vehicle. It is a pre-war Corvega Atomic V8. This is a muscle car of the Fallout universe. You can see the front has been rammed into a dump truck. The rear has been smashed by a hard-to-identify sedan that may have been gray at one point.
Single success.
Single success, okay. With a single success, you duck underneath, but before you do, you see on the inside of this, there are 2 skeletons. Both are wearing trench coats, one brown, one black, but underneath them you can see they have this like bright blue clothing. But you go underneath and you can see the coolant line. You very easily, if you want, can just snip it, easy enough, and coolant just kind of bubbles out and onto the ground, soaking into the dirt.
Oh, thank you, Miss Greta. Let me know if you ever need anything. And with glee, he takes a shovel and starts shoveling some of that coolant dirt into a bag. The doctor's gonna be very happy about this.
Can I also use a luck point to use my feet here, farmer, when scavenging a location that contains medicine or chems? Does this look like it would have chems somewhere? I mean, there's skeletons and whatnot. Or maybe, yeah, I'm gonna scavenge this car.
Okay. You want to scavenge this car. Go ahead and make a, this is a survival endurance check. Or no, I would say this is a repair
Perception.
endurance check.
Wouldn't it be perception? Perception.
Give me 1 second.
Perception, medicine.
Because you're not looking for chems, right? You're looking for...
I want to look for chems. So
Okay.
she's searching the car for chems.
So make a medicine perception check.
Okay. That I can do. Let's see what I got in medicine. Alright, 1. So, perception, 7. Alright, so my base stat is...
This is a difficulty 1 check.
Okay. I'll use an action point to buy another dice.
As Jebediah scoops up the dirt, the Mr. Handy unit named Miss Greta uses 2 of the arms to open one of the doors and a third to begin to kind of rifle through the belongings of these long dead people.
Gonna use a luck point to re-roll just to see if I can get 2 successes rather than 1. And I don't. Single success.
Hey, that's a pizza pizza. So you pull apart the trench coats, and you see the garments that these individuals are wearing are certainly Vault-Tec jumpsuits. You can see the Vault-Tec logo across them. These are nice. These actually probably do. You feel the material. Your robotic sensors don't have like proprioceptive nerves, but you can sense that there is protective kind of qualities to it. This is almost certainly like functional clothing. You also note with that check, not chems, but there is a suitcase in one of the seats. And opening that up, there is inside of it a comic book. It is actually issue number 33 of The Unstoppables, which is Dr. Brainwash and his army of decapitalists.
Decapitalists.
From a meta perspective, you know that reading this comic book for one of you will grant a one-time perk to spend 3 luck points to avoid all damage from a single attack or hazard.
Oh.
There is also a black suit, a sequined dress, and a single regular Nuka-Cola. There is also a holotape, but there is no medals.
Sequin dress, a Nuka-Cola, did you say?
A single Nuka-Cola, yes.
Is it a regular
Yeah.
one or is it one of the special ones?
Yeah, is it one of our...
You, with your robotic
It's a
hand, pick this up, and it is just a regular Nuka-Cola. There is no promotional message on it.
Okay. And then the last thing was a holotape. She
Correct.
will play the holotape.
Okay. Suddenly, from whatever the rest of you are doing, you're hearing the steady, methodical kind of of Debudias' shovel, but then you also hear this recording, and you hear the crackly sort of interference of an old recording that says, "Howdy, partner. My name is Sheriff Longhorn, and I'm rootin', shootin', tootin' glad to tell you, you did it. Rustle up your family and make your way to the Remember Me Draft House to help preserve our culture, our guns, and our way of life. Just grab a glass of Sheriff Longhorn's firewater. I recommend it on the rocks. God bless Texas. God bless us all."
That was weird.
Was that like an advertisement? Did it feel like an advertisement?
When you hear this feels like maybe an advertisement, but there's something more to it.
Oh,
Like a militia
luck
or
point
something.
to add more to the scene.
Okay, you add more to this scene. You pop the holotape out, and on the surface of this holotape, it reads, "Welcome to Vault 40.
Okay.
Ooh.
Firewater.
Oh, Sheriff, what?
Sheriff Longhorn's firewater."
No
Righto.
Seems
that-
like
oh,
these
hell
folks
yeah.
are on their way to a vault. I don't think they
Sometimes
made it.
it takes a little
You don't
longer for it to
think.
load in.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
And you get the actual
Hang on,
thing.
I
when
double
you're
printed
walking
my
away.
I double printed the one where if one of you dies.
Oh, it's a glitch.
So
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
have to. You can hold on to that. I'll print out another one.
We have to report this.
That's right. We just open up the console, just like put in a couple commands. And
But you
things pop
unlock
up.
Yeah.
the quest vaulting forward, locate the vault in Austin.
So Vault 40.
Oh, those things is gold mines. We could probably get some stuff out of there.
Isn't that where
I mean,
we're heading
it's fine.
anyway?
We can get stuff.
Oh, I would love to see that vault. The Dr. Oath wants
Inbred
me to get some
mutants.
dirt.
I'm sorry,
from the
what now?
vault.
Oh, a lot of crazy stuff happened in those things.
Yeah, but they got crazy stuff.
What?
There
Yeah.
might be
How do
people
you
in there.
know? Were you in a vault?
No. What? No. No. Well, GA used to do a little bit of work with Vault Tech, but on a couple of them.
What's GA?
General Atomics. The company that makes Mr. Handy's Protectrons.
You used to work for them, did you?
Yeah.
Oh. Cool.
But yeah, a lot of like weird sciencey stuff in a lot of them. They're just rumors, though. I never went to any of them.
I ain't never met anyone who came out of one of those vaults.
Went to a couple business meetings with some of the vault tech people. Stuffy.
They're just people.
Weirdos, though.
Mostly dead now, probably.
What'd you used to do when you worked at GA?
A couple hanging around.
Doesn't really matter.
Either way, vaults means stuff. And either maybe we can find some, I don't know, some things in there, but we just throw a few cocktails at them, maybe a few baseballs, and we'll be fine. We'll get lots of stuff. It'll be great.
They're both wearing their vault.
They are indeed, yes.
Would they fit any of us?
You get the sense that they would probably fit almost all of you, with maybe 2 exceptions.
I wonder who those could be.
It's definitely Peggy. They're
Well,
not
let me
safe.
tell you.
Those have rat protection, right? The suits, yeah.
I do.
So, I mean,
And I think
They
you
ain't
can wear them
helping these guys,
underneath
no.
your
might as well
Armor, yeah, I think they count as clothes.
just in case.
Sure.
Why not
Whoa,
just
take
take
both.
them both?
All right.
I take them and I shake the bones out of them. I just grab them both.
Perhaps.
So, no problem. You shake the bodies straight out. They fall to pieces. And no problem. The Kilpatricks just now all over the floor.
Here you go.
I don't know whether to be impressed or horrified.
A little bit both, for me.
You can add
personally.
2 Vault jumpsuits to your inventory. You have now an opportunity to rest. This will end the scene, which means that you will regain your luck points.
Fuck yes.
Before this happens, because of that, is there anything that you want to do?
Yes.
Peggy wants to just, like, there's lots of cars here.
Yeah.
There's gotta be stuff.
Sure.
She's gonna look for basically anything, like, that's not nailed down. Focusing on crafting ingredients or ammo.
Yeah, so make a scavenging check here.
What would that be?
That is going to be a perception, we'll call it perception repair.
And can backup assist?
Absolutely.
Is there a way for Greta to also assist?
I would say only one person can assist.
Okay, so your dog.
Mm-hmm. And you said that was a what? Repair and what?
This is repair perception.
Okay. Right. We're gonna use a luck point to re-roll
Okay,
one of those.
Might as well.
Might as well. We're gonna use another luck point.
Okay.
Might as well. We're gonna go to sleep soon.
I know, yeah.
Mhm.
Use that
Use
pool.
my luck.
And then we're gonna roll for backup.
This is like casting Goodberry before you
Yeah,
go to bed.
it really is. Repair perception. That is a single success after all that.
You dig through, and you've seen that there is a campsite right here. This has been picked through pretty thoroughly already. The fact that you guys have found anything is sort of a miracle. You do find a single common component,
That's fine.
but aside from that, not much.
I would like to work with Miss Greta to purify these 10 dirty waters I have in my pockets
Okay.
into 5 purified waters. So
Yeah.
it's 2 to 1, right?
Absolutely. And if you want to do that, you want to use your downtime for that, it does take the 2 of you to do that. Unfortunately, Miss Greta, you can't do much when processing this water. It
That's
really
okay.
kind of bogs you down.
It takes 10 minutes per 2 bottles.
Correct.
So if you've
Oh,
got
wow,
10,
that's quick. That's
yeah,
quick.
it is
That was
quick.
an hour.
It's
Okay.
boiling water.
You can do it
So-
very quick.
And it's 2 to 1, right?
Is there a
Yes.
spit noise associated with that, or is it just like just gargling?
I imagine it's like the sound where you put the glass in like the fridge dispenser where it's just
It uses the same slot as the coins for.
just a little flecks of red paint in there. But no problem, you can do that.
Can I spend my downtime looking really hard at the surroundings, like through the scope, just kind of checking for maybe like anything weird on the
Yeah, make a
horizon?
perception check. This is a perception survival check.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
Oh wait.
Man, that would be so great in D&D. Luck point, luck point. Roll another die with luck point.
What are things that I?
Oh
can
no,
do with
sorry, it's
all
re-roll
my-
with a luck point. I guess it doesn't really
Yes.
matter.
And you can roll, re-roll each dice once.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
that
I'm gonna
rolls.
do that. That's better. Perception, survival.
Correct.
That is one success.
One success. You look around and you don't see much. You see the road kind of unwinding before you. It goes on and on and on and on, like many roads in Texas, for a very long time. You don't see an end to it, but you also don't see anything approaching. No lights, no fires, no smoke. You seem to be pretty alone out here, and as the sky kind of like parts and you can see stars, it's actually kind of nice, especially up here, elevated and off the ground a little bit.
Not likely to be ambushed, but we should still set a watch there, Miss Greta.
Anybody else, anything to do before the evening passes? All right. The evening passes. Oh, please.
Sorry. I had passed off the pit boy to see if Greta or whoever can fix the flashlight.
Oh, yeah. So while I guess she's boiling water,
If that only takes a couple minutes, then
it takes an hour to get all 10, and then if Peggy has some too, that
Gotcha.
takes the full hour.
For
And-
free, you can repair the flashlight on that Pip-Boy. It's like one of those
Right.
things that you do as you keep watch. You just tinker a little bit. It's easy enough, and you can't fix the Pip-Boy fully. I would say with this, you recognize you're missing parts that you need for this. If you went to a vault, you would probably find them.
Good thing that's where we're headed.
You can still choose to. She can still choose to roll, if she wanted, right? If she wanted to try
It's
to.
not a difficulty 0. There's no chance to generate
it's
that.
just
That's just something that you get for free.
Gotcha.
As the sun rises, you'll see that the sky over the night does kind of become a little bit more overcast. The stars wink out one by one as clouds roll across. It does provide a little relief from the harsh sun. There are sandy hillocks that roll by on either side, and if you want, you can easily just kind of get underway. Getting the saddle scamps, who are all still there, all still very much alive, and having not really had anything to drink or eat, they get back underway and 30 miles an hour, no problem, just sustaining this pace, easy as can be.
we get our luck points back.
You get all of your luck points back after resting. This is a new scene.
All right.
I think as you guys wake up, you see Greta has a sequin dress draped around her, very haphazardly. You see she cut some areas and then sewed them back together instead of like to make another armhole for her and to have like the cleavage is where one of her optical sensors is coming out. And then on top of Bob, she just laid out the black suit as
It's just
Oh
on
my
top
God.
of him.
It's just on top of him as he sleeps, and you see she's like flashing one of her optical sensors around to make it look like she's like in a goddamn, the lights on the stage.
Oh, a
Spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, spotlight.
It's
So
Sunday,
in
give
this,
us a break.
as the sun rises, she's like with Bob, just like, "Hi, Mister." Oh, good morning, everybody.
All
I
of
hope you
wake up.
slept well.
You have a suit gently laid across your top, but aside from that, all of you wake up normally. And you can get underway if you want.
Yeah, off we go, I guess. Miss Greta, you look very nice.
Why, thank you. I tried my best.
You did good.
It's shimmery.
And the shimmer carries off and down the road. As you make your way down, much easier to make your way down the ramp in the daylight, and you make your way off. And the saddle scamps rush along the road, climbing over cars and under partially collapsed bridges, and they take you for several hours. You travel no problem. Madeline, you keeping watch with the scope, still with that single success. You don't see much until a couple hours go by and you begin to see signs in the distance of a town that is coming up. If you had a guide, you might know more about this, but as none of you do, you continue to rush forwards for another 30 minutes or so, and then you see little signs of smoke. You can hear things, but it's not the sounds of a peaceful town. You hear gunfire. In the distance, you hear the pop-pop of caps, and you hear the sound of lasers cutting through the air. And as you get a little closer, you can see there are settlers who are kind of clustered around some of the town center, taking cover, all faced in the same direction. In this moment, you can see they are being attacked from the east. You are all riding in from the west. You could, if you want, just ride right by. You can see a sign that says, "Welcome to the town of Sonora." But you see in this moment, there is a settler who looks to the left, looks to the right. They break for cover, and then they are just evaporated by a laser beam. This laser just hits them 3 times, and they just become like smoke and then a skeleton. Make a perception intelligence check. Let me change the music here.
What was your question?
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So relaxed here.
So this is Sonora, not Austin, right? We have no business
This
here.
is Sonora. This is a town on the
gonna
way. You can
use-
see.
They might have stuff.
I don't know if I want that
Oh, wait,
stuff.
what's
If I'm
the-
gonna get
What's
eviscerated.
the difference?
Evaporated?
This would be a difficulty
Both, I
1
think.
check.
Evaporated.
Okay,
Can I
I'm
also
gonna
take a look?
use
Evaporated.
Perception survival.
Oh,
Can I as well?
crit
Yep.
success
Oh, yeah,
over
okay.
here.
Ooh,
If we're all looking, then I'll look too.
We're all looking.
That's 2 successes, and it's what you said, int perception.
What was the difficulty?
Yeah.
Oh,
This-
int perception?
Difficulty. This is difficulty. Sorry.
Wasn't it difficulty 1?
This is difficulty 1.
Sorry,
Intelligence
did you say
perception check, yes?
intelligence perception or...
You guys are giving me a real hard
I
time.
can't hear
I-
over
I-
all
we-
the other people.
Yeah.
No worries. This is perception survival.
Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay. So I got a critical success.
I got 2 successes. So we got an AP.
For most of you,
1 AP?
with 1 success, you can see in this distance it is coming from raiders. There's a group of raiders that is clustered on one side that is fighting against this group of settlers, one of whom has just been laid out and is now just dead on the ground in front of this house. The laser fire actually seemed to have come from inside the house, but the rest of these are like raiders who are attacking on the outside. Would a visual perspective be helpful?
Yay!
Yes.
With a critical success, you've actually been to Sonora before. In fact, you may have just passed through, but you see Mayor Lanscombe, you see Arnie, you see Farmer Green, who is taking shelter, you see Tin Can Troy, Larry Howard, one of the kind of preeminent people of this town, and you also see a person who works with the Ghoul Baron, an individual known as the Chemist. All of these people kind of gathered for cover.
Alright.
This is a big
Oh,
thing.
need to get
What was a big vision?
It's one of them big visions.
Let's scoot these guys a little further out of the way, and we'll return them to their appropriate masters.
Oh, thank you.
Here I am.
Watch above you.
Sorry.
Bob's just whipped out his biggest gun.
Yeah, we gotta get a picture of that one.
Alright.
Cool.
Are- You can see the town center here of Sonora. These are the settlers. You see 2 up on the roof. There is one right down there by the trash cans. There's one who is bent down here and one up here. You see raiders who are attacking from this side over here.
And where are we?
You are all approaching from this side of the road.
So, not do that again.
In fact, if you want, you can place yourselves right on the very edge of this town.
We're gonna put a good old jib up first.
In the distance,
This edge, right?
correct. In the distance, you could hear.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
just
yeah.
pull back combat camera. And as a reminder, you can see what's happening on our table here. You can see it in much greater detail at Albron RPG, Instagram, social media, all that stuff.
You can even see pictures of the players on the like title card on the video if everyone takes pictures.
Also true, and maybe Hannah will actually be on that picture.
Yeah, maybe it won't just be a picture of me fixing my hair, not in.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
We'll see.
So in
Please
this
take
moment,
some pictures of Hannah. Translation.
It's okay. It's okay.
you all kind of roll
cool,
up
be cool.
on the far end of the street. You see raiders just firing caps. You see this person just dying in front of their house. And then you see people taking shelter all around. I would say in this moment as well, you also see, because you've seen one before, standing right in the middle, kind of doing an idle animation, there is a Protectron, a special edition Nuka-Cola Protectron collaboration vending machine.
Where is that?
It is right in the center of town. You can't see it, Vincent, but it's on the other side
Trust us.
of that garage.
It is there.
It is there. It is bright red. It is Nuka-Cola red, in fact.
Alright, so
You could absolutely just ditch these guys and continue on your way. You do know at some point you do need to feed these saddle scamps. They've carried you along. But I would say for you, with that critical success, and with your background on the citizens of this area.
All right. So seeing that it is, in fact, a raider raid, Mary Swellen's gonna be like, "Not on my watch." Pull her hat down dramatically and take her saddle scamp as close as she can think to get the saddle scamp safely,
Okay.
and then do a mobile dismount and get her gun ready to fight off these
Okay,
Oh,
raiders.
boy.
no problem. So you
She's
rush
Legolasing.
forwards. And what we'll say is, with Mary Sue Ellen leading, as long as you're all following, Mary Sue Ellen, you can make a piloting, I'm going to call this a piloting agility check. And this is the
Okay.
combination of you sort of basically riding this creature and then jumping off and having the agility to dismount gracefully. There's no difficulty to this, but the number of successes will determine how close you can get before
Okay.
dismounting. Your saddle scamps will rush off the battlefield because they're not combat creatures. These are motorcycles with small brains.
I got a single success somehow.
A single success. Okay. So you rush forwards, and as you get to this like Nuka-Cola Protectron, it immediately goes Protectron, and your saddle scamp bucks you off. You are able to land on your feet, but you kind of skitter into the sand, and everybody can get off within 20 feet of that Nuka-Cola machine.
Incredible.
Peggy falls.
Go ahead and place yourselves, and then we are going to go into initiative.
I would like to not be in the front.
Orange
Change
basement's in
your
the back.
music
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, just within 20 feet of me.
Could you
Or
put me,
the
like, to the
This is
left
30.
and forward behind Echo?
All right.
You're that.
This one?
Okay. Wait, if no
So
one's
you're
over
back there.
Where is Bob? Is that
That's
Bob?
I want to go hide around the corner, actually, if possible. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
All right. Is anybody coming in with initiative 11 to 10?
Oh.
Yes.
I have to roll.
Wait.
Oh, wait. I have to roll. I have a
11 to 10?
I have Mrs. Greta comes in at 11.
Okay. Mrs. Greta, what is your agility score?
My agility score is a 4.
Is a 4. Mrs. Greta, you will go. Okay. Anybody else at 11? Okay. Anybody 10 or below?
Oh, I'm over 11.
Yeah, I'm also over.
Okay. Mary Sola?
14.
14.
You're at 9.
17.
12.
It's right there.
Oh.
17. So 17 was, sorry.
Madeline is 17.
Agility and perception.
And then 12 was.
Me, 12. Hi.
12 was me as well.
Okay.
Thanks.
Hang on, I have to rewrite this now. I got some messed up here.
While you do that.
Initiative in Fallout works a little bit differently. So at 17, I have Madeline. Who's after 17? 14
is Mary Sue Ellen.
Mary Sue Ellen. Mary Sue Ellen. 12 and 12 is going to be Bob and then Peggy. And then we are going to be having Miss Greta, and then everybody else after that. Jebediah, what about you?
8.
Jebediah is going after everybody else. Okay, so, Madeline, what are you doing?
All right, so I am going to start with, let's see. Are the white bases allies, orange bases enemies?
Correct.
Okay. So,
By accident, but correct.
I mean, whatever. I am going to, use a minor action to move up. 1, 2, 3.
So you can
Four.
move up to.
Can I,
So I think
Which moves
ours
do I have?
you want
Oh, it's
to shoot him
so it's 20.
to one time.
I'm going to come up behind this guy,
Okay.
this ally,
Sure.
and I'm just for flavor. I'm gonna be like, "Don't move,"
Okay.
and rest my rifle on his shoulder, you know,
Okay.
because he's crouched down there. I'm gonna be like,
Sure.
"I'm here to help. Don't move."
Okay.
Rest on his shoulder like Mad Max style, and then take a shot at this guy here.
Okay, so you rush over to this individual. You can see, I believe, that is the corn farmer, who is known as Lily. She sort of turns, like, is about to look at you, but then the gun barrel just comes over her shoulder and she freezes.
I'm here to help.
And what are you doing for your...
Shooting this guy.
Okay, so go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay.
What's the DC?
Give me 1 second. Do you get to know the DC? I don't think
I
so.
think for every check you do.
Not for the attack roll, I don't believe.
Oh, okay.
Check our handy dandy combat.
And then the roll is, because this is a small gun, it's agility plus small guns, right?
Because it's determining a hit location.
Right.
It says on the combat sheet. You don't know in advance.
Oh, got it. Okay. So first I'm going to roll to see if I hit, right? And then see where I hit him. Ooh, yum. That is 2 successes.
2 successes. That is absolutely a hit.
Oh, yeah. And so now I roll to see where I hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where's the... Oh, here it is. All right, left leg.
Okay, so you shoot him right in the left leg. Go ahead and roll damage for that. And what weapon is this?
This is the combat rifle.
All right.
With the accurate trait. Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah, I think you do. It's a test. It's just a test.
So what you're saying?
Oh, I see. All right, oofy doofy. Okay, I am going to use my feat that is called finesse to re-roll all the damage dice without
Okay.
spending any luck points.
Okay, very nice.
Much better. Oh, look at that. Okay, so that is
It won't have an effect.
yes. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 physical damage.
Nice.
With 4. Oh, it's not piercing anymore. Okay, 6 physical damage,
Okay.
and then I'm going to fire 2 more times because the rate is 2, and that just 2 more like full cycle, like see if you hit, and then
No, so that's just 2 more damage dice.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 more damage dice, just the 2, not 5 more. That makes way more sense. Okay.
And you spend additional ammo for each of those.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is 1 more damage and 1 more damage.
Okay, very nice. So you basically use this person's shoulder as a tripod, and you set the gun down and you pull the trigger. You haven't fired this combat rifle before, but this feels good. It is a oiled, well-maintained machine, and you unleash a spray of bullets that goes straight over this barrel, and you can see it perforates this person's shoulder, their arm. You hear this person curse. They drop their weapon, they pick it back up, they sink down to one knee as you shoot out their legs, but they are still alive. They're looking pretty bad. But anything else, Madeline?
That'll be it.
This was a injury, right? Critical hit.
Was it a critical hit?
No.
No, not an injury.
Critical hit's just 5 or more damage.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're absolutely
I
right.
thought it was the
That is
So
damage
roll the
to
hit
the leg.
location.
Keeping us honest.
No, because that hit the leg.
No, I already rolled
hit the
it with
leg.
left leg.
Ah.
Yeah.
Leg. So yeah, sinks to a knee, and then you shoot right in the thigh, and the femur shatters. Their leg is like exploded from the top down, and you can see they are limping along. They seem to be forced now to take movement as a major action. But that is your turn, Madeline.
Yeah, and as a free action, she's just gonna go Raider scum.
All right, no problem. That is your turn. That brings us to Mary Sue Ellen.
All right. So
Bob, you're on deck.
oh, yeah. I need one of these fancy ass little rollers.
Oh, here.
Thank you. All right. So I'm here, so I can make it here.
You can probably see me, right? I was running around. I forgot that I could have done a sneak attack, but
You probably would have been hidden there.
So
next
I'm
time.
going to-
We'll get him next time.
So major action move is 2, right?
Correct.
2 spaces. So I'm
It's
gonna go
60 feet.
to here.
We're doing zone.
Yeah, 2 zones.
Well,
so.
Yeah, but for weapon movement, we have a little conversion table here for measuring out like very easily using hexes if you want. I find it to be much easier to do that.
Okay.
But yeah.
And thank you to online personage Balsifin for making that adjustment.
Very
Are you
much.
trying to
Okay,
figure
so
out
what's-
60 feet?
Yeah.
You want to grab
So
the
how
ruler
many?
behind you. You can, if it's easier.
So I have this ruler?
That's
2 of
30
30
feet.
feet.
Yeah. So, and then... Yeah, so I could just make it here, looks like.
Correct.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so you dash over. You see this kind of dumpster that is off in the distance, and you rush over to where it is.
Okay, cool. And then I can do I can spend an action point, I believe, with fast fire to do a ranged weapon attack as a second major action.
Doing that?
Sure am.
Okay, so you slide in through the sand here. You slam into the dumpster, and even bracing yourself in this way, you fire. Who are you shooting at?
So the next person range, I think, is that dude right there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna shoot at them.
So you're shooting over the guy who is down?
There's a guy that's prone here.
Oh, he's hitting prone is harder than hitting not prone, right?
Yeah, I think it
increases the difficulty
DC
by 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot over him because he's on the floor
Sure.
bleeding.
No problem.
And if he shoots at me, I'm gonna be mad at him. So it's still 2 dice to
friendship.
roll
Yeah.
to see if you hit, and
Yeah.
then you roll the rest. Okay. Just making sure I have all the right things in my brain. Ooh, okay, that looks like one success. Let me just double check my numbies here. That's 8.
A single success will not make it.
Alright, so a single success one. Alright, then I'll choose to spend a luck point to re-roll this guy.
Okay.
Ooh, and that brings us to 2 successes.
With 2 successes, you absolutely make it. Go ahead and roll damage
Oh.
location, and then roll damage.
Dokie. Alright. Damage location die is over yonder. I need 6 of these. Okay, so location die first. We have right leg.
Okay.
Just everyone's legs.
We're kneecapping.
Kneecap people. Hang on. I also just got a thing where I can re-roll where it hit. Let me just see what the rules are around that. And okay, just may re-roll their damage die. So I'm gonna re-roll the damage die.
Go for it.
See if I can hit somewhere more significant. Right arm. All
Right
right.
arm, all right.
We'll take it. So
Diversity here.
it says 6.
Could disarm them.
Yeah.
That's good.
4, 5, and 6. Okay, so that's 1, 2,
But in fact,
3,
all of the minis
4,
have
5.
the weapons in their right arms.
Not all of the minis.
So that's going to be
minis have
9
arms.
damage in total. Because I rolled
Damage in total.
1, 2, 3, 4. So because I rolled 5 on regular, and I got 2 faces, and this gun has vicious, so that's +1.
That's phenomenal. So with
So-
9 damage total, this person, you can see, you slide in the sand, you pull out your weapon, and you just unload on them. So this person already falling down from Madeline shooting them, your bullets just fill the air in the space that they once occupy. They howl overhead, and they feel this person behind them. And you see, even with the armor that they are wearing, this hits them in the arm, this hits them in the chest, this hits them straight in the throat. They are dead. That is enough damage to straight up kill that person.
Wait, was it that one or that one?
That was the one. It was the one that was behind the. Yeah, you got
Yep,
that.
it was the right one.
Yeah.
No, that was right.
Yep.
I shot over the guy that
It's a
fell.
little
Oh,
harder
I'm sorry,
to
you
shoot them
said
when
that.
they're on the ground.
Yeah.
So I just decided.
Anything
to
else, Mary Sue Ellen, as you kill this braider, absolutely dead.
I am going to do the.
Even though it's kind of, I thought you were gonna. Did you holster it again?
I can quick draw it.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
yeah. It doesn't matter.
Showing off.
Holster it again.
Mary Sue Ellen's just like,
Yeah.
For no
Phenomenal.
reason.
That is your turn, Mary Sue Ellen. That brings us to Bob.
So
Peggy, you're on deck.
if I wanted to try and interact with the Protectron,
Correct.
Oh no, not you.
defense mode, going against the enemies, would that be an interact?
Yes,
Minor
that would be-
action?
It would be a
Or-
minor action, I believe. And no, it wouldn't be. It would be.
Would it be more like a command
It would be a
NPC?
command. And you
Oh yeah,
command
int
yourself-
plus science for robots, command NPC.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to go over and do a command NPC and try to program this Protectron to attack the.
Okay, make an int plus science check, and this is a difficulty 3 task. You've already interacted with these before. They are like hardened against You had heard previously they're hardened against the Texas teenagers interfering with them.
Them Texas teens.
So int plus science, which is a tag skill. And I'm rolling 2
Would you like to buy any dice?
with some AP.
We have plenty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll
sorry.
buy.
I didn't realize they were
I
sitting
need
there.
to stop gesturing with my left hand.
So what it's
Oh, it's fine.
1 for an extra, and
1 to
then
1.
2
And then
more
2 more.
for
Another extra, yeah.
Should I get 2?
I think that's a good.
I mean, the difficulty's high, so I would spend all 3.
So,
Yeah.
and also, like, I'm pretty sure this thing's related to one of the quests.
It is.
So,
We don't
Yeah.
want to accidentally.
you don't want to fail more quests today.
What? But that's our modus operandi.
So I'm rolling 4 with this now.
Correct.
I need to punch a
And
bulletin
you need
board.
3 successes.
All right. Well, I got 1, 2 critical successes.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
right
Another
there.
success.
So that's 5
Very
successes.
nice.
So that's 5 successes.
So we get
and
1
it's a
action
tag
point
skill.
back.
So you
Yeah, 2
rush
back.
over to this.
And I
You
get,
rip
I get
the
what?
control panel open. As it's turning around,
what
you
back?
can hear it begin to kind of activate and like defend itself. But you rip the control panel open, you pull some wires out, you reroute some of the instructions, and you put it into defense mode. And in this moment, who are you setting as allies and who are you setting as foes?
So I'm setting all of the folks that are obviously on my team as allies. And then any of the people that I see down this way
Yeah.
who look like raiders and are actively aggressing versus people who are like in buildings
Okay.
defending.
Raiders are bad guys, settlers are good guys, your teammate are good guys.
Yeah.
Easy enough. You set this with those successes, and you can hear Protectron powering up, and you see the hands flip around. Excuse me. And in their place, arm lasers emerge, and they begin to like turn, and they are going to fight on your behalf. Anything else, Bob?
That's can I break up my movement and follow?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna go move the rest of my movement to kind of duck into that doorway there.
So you duck into the doorway. You can pull the top off if you want to see what's inside.
Oh.
This? Ooh.
Yeah.
The settlers.
Surprise!
On the inside of this space, it is messy. It is used for storage. You do see the prized possession, likely, of this little garage. On the inside, working, light glowing from within. There is a working arcade machine. There is a game called Zeta Invader that is currently flashing across, and it is like actively working in there. You can see there is also a repair station, multi-purpose repair station for armor, for weapons, for chems. There's a whole bunch of stuff that is inside there.
You guys got this.
But that is your turn, Bob. That brings us to Peggy. Miss Greta, you are on deck.
The person on top of that building, do they seem to be settler or aggressor?
Settler.
Oh, damn.
But, I mean, you know, accidents happen.
Accidents happen. Peggy is well aware. Okay, Peggy is going to, let's see, ruler. One, that's minor action there. Perfect. Peggy is gonna move her minor action movement.
Okay.
Well,
This is like moments of Warhammer right now.
then she's gonna light up a Molotov cocktail and throw it at that guy.
Phenomenal. You run, you plant your peg leg in the sand. There is almost this moment where it like locks into place, and then you use that as a pivot to just wing this Molotov cocktail.
Amazing.
This is, I believe, now I don't know that I've seen an explosive attack before, so I believe this is explosives and agility, or
It is perception and explosives.
perception and explosives.
Yeah.
Gotta have a good eye.
And I would love to spend some of them ability points to get 2 more dice. I've got some right here.
Oh, nice.
2 dice.
Yeah. All right. Come on, low numbies. We're gonna spend some luck points.
Oh, she's keeping them in her little pouch.
Yes. We're gonna spend another luck point.
Oh my god.
Where were you? There we go. And then one more just for shits and giggles.
Might as
Oh,
well.
brother.
All right. So that's 1, 2, 3 successes.
Okay.
No crit successes.
With 3 successes, you
unfortunately.
lob this, and with your leg planted, it is a perfect pivot. You basically make yourself into a trebuchet, and you throw this Molotov cocktail end over end, and it smashes straight into their chest. The glass shatters, and fires explode and lick across them. Go ahead and roll damage for that.
What's the DC?
Again, you don't know because the DC for hitting
We get
somebody.
some action points back if we go over, though, right?
No, not for attack rolls.
Oh.
Because they have a defense rating. It's not like a
Okay.
and the defense is a single number, and the number is the number of successes you need.
Okay.
Okay, so the head is what again?
And I'll double check because I feel like you should get action points back in combat, but
I think it's just a test, but we can look it up after.
yeah, sorry.
What does the head on the damage dice mean again?
The head on the damage dice means damage with effect, I think.
Yeah,
so if
one
your
damage on the
explosion
effect.
has like a
It has a persistent effect.
Persistent,
Ooh.
very nice.
All of my
Persistent burn effect for a Molotov, presumably.
yes,
Makes sense.
and all of my it is an energy damage. Also, all of my
Fire.
weapons with blast qualities have the vicious.
Oh,
Yes.
very
Component
nice.
to it?
Okay.
that's another damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2, 3. The head is 2+, or is it 1+?
1+.
It's 1 plus.
Okay, so that's 5 total with the vicious effect, and the persistent effect, and then that means critical. They have an injury because 5.
They do. And
Unless
where did
there's
this,
armor.
Where did this hit? Oh, sorry. Yeah, with the armor that reduces it below the threshold. But 5 damage total.
Yeah.
Where was that to? Just out of
Does
curiosity.
someone want to roll the that for me because it's far away?
I can hand it to you.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
It's the left, exploding on the left arm.
Okay, so explodes in the left arm. The armor just barely keeps their arm intact. You imagine one more damage would have probably done it. But
Damn.
And that guy does
anything
have
else,
a
Peggy?
weapon
As this
with
person is now
stuff
on fire, you could hear they're just like screaming, and then the screaming stops because the fire burns away the oxygen around them. They're just kind of sputtering as they try to fight off the flames.
That's my minor and my major action, and it's just help! I'm alone.
Alright. You are in the middle of the road.
Where's
That
backup?
brings us to
Back-
Miss
uh,
Greta.
Backup is still
And then
in
the
my
Raiders
locker.
go.
So, as there's like fire and chaos happening around her, Miss Greta is absolutely indifferent to all of the violence, and she is going to slowly just be like, I see a body that I can harvest organs and stuff from.
God.
So use her movement to go up to one of the raiders' dead bodies.
Okay.
But as my action, I'm going to use the perk Mysterious Stranger.
Nice.
So as she's just indifferently walking up there, a just mysterious stranger comes out and shoots somebody that
That's
her
not-
team is attacking. But whenever the GM wants to, so you don't need to use it on my
I
turn,
don't
but
think that's how
That's
that's
not
Yes.
quite how it works.
Can
Oh.
you read it for us?
yeah. It says from time to time a mysterious stranger comes to your aid with lethal results. At the start of the combat counter, you may spend 1 luck point, which I have plenty of. That's if you do so, then at any point during the scene, the GM may have the mysterious stranger appear and make a single ranged attack against any enemy you attack,
okay.
or just
So-
attack you, and then vanish. If you spend a luck point and the mysterious stranger does not appear, the GM must refund the luck point you spent.
So it looks like you do need to attack or be attacked.
Yeah, so, but are you going to spend a luck point to activate that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. So somewhere the mysterious stranger lurks. Anything else, Miss Greta?
I guess I'll use the rest of my movement. I'll just full movement all the way up
Okay.
to the body.
Major action movement to the
Yeah.
the prone
This-
man who's still alive.
So you just float across the
Yeah.
space. There's gunfire
Allow me
going
to
off.
assist.
Peggy wings a Molotov cocktail over your head. The camera like follows you, all this chaos happening around you, and you just float across over to this body.
The Mr. Handy like
clarity-
jingle is playing.
Yeah, oh, of
You
course,
can
yeah.
reach the prone man. The guy that was killed is over here.
I'm indifferent about which one.
Okay, so
They're
you go
all
over to this
they're
prone
all
guy.
the same in her eyes.
No
The
problem.
prone man is still alive.
That's okay.
Okay.
You make it between this prone man and a
Not
corpse.
for long.
The corpse is charred. You can see like the skeleton through the flesh and the muscle that is burned away. They've been hit by a relatively powerful weapon,
Bummer.
but
Useless.
you make your way over there. That is your turn, Miss Greta.
Yep.
That brings us to the Raiders. Hang on, let me change our music here.
I mean, this really
Monument
delicate
music. This is
piano.
monument
Yeah.
music, and every time I use monument music, they kind of do me dirty.
Can I spend a luck point to take my turn right now?
Ooh, fun.
You can.
All right. So I think did your character say out loud like, "Please help,
Yep.
I'm alone"? Oh, hearing that, Jebediah's tech is spurred into action. He is going to use. He starts like punching his muscles to like rally himself up, and then he starts going pain train, 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 and he starts. Everyone starts hearing loud thumps as he gallops and just tackles into this guy on the ground. Like just
You're
like
on the ground.
kicks him like a football.
At point blank range, I believe the difficulty is eased by 1 as well.
Mhm.
So go ahead, roll this attack roll, knowing that they're kind of helpless. You can see their leg is in 3 pieces on the ground. They're like screaming. This Mr. Handy threateningly looming over them. Make this attack roll.
All right, so this is for those watching. This is the perk Pain Train, where you get to sprint and make an attack. That's what I'm doing here, and this is a. Let's see, and the DC is just 2, and because it's melee, it's probably 1 because he's prone, right? So
Correct.
that's 2 successes.
With 2 successes, you smash into this guy. Roll damage for that.
All right, and then let's see. It doesn't say this is attack. It just says difficulty 2, and this is.
Okay.
I would assume it's like a melee.
Wait, check these.
It's like
Blub, 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 blub. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Attack. Let's see, 2. I think that's just 3 damage plus effect, but I don't remember what the effect on this is. So I'll just say. Oh, the effect is prone. So he's
Already
extra prone.
prone.
3 damage, and he's
He
extra.
is
prone.
extra prone because with only 3 additional damage, his leg already shattered. He's in bad shape. You take this hammer and you knock him through the sand. Just and you just pulverize the body again and again, kind of pressing it down through the elements of pavement here. They are just gone. You can't even loot them. They are just in the actual earth. You can pull the miniature right off the map.
now who's the
Miss
third
Greta,
man?
you're like, oh, organs, and then they are just straight down into the ground. But
I
that
needed
is
those.
anything else, Jebediah, as you take your turn a little early.
No, that'll be it.
All right, that does bring us to the Raiders, and good timing for taking that turn. They're horrified by the super mutant that is running, and you have all heard that super mutants have been causing a problem around here lately. So you see the blonde raider who is kind of about to go through the belongings of this guy, looks up, he points the pipe rifle or his pipe gun at the super mutant, like beyond you, Miss Greta, who haven't really been threatening yet, and they shout out, "It's Texas boys! Take them out!"
Oh, shit.
And they fire at you, and they are going to actually let it rip.
Let it
Big
rip.
Yeah, they're going to increase the firing rate, and they're going to increase the damage for this. They are going to take an attack against you, and actually, because there's 2 of them that can take shots, 3 actually, I think. 2. You guys are killing all my raiders. There are 2 that are going to take
Oh,
attacks
sorry.
against you, Vincent.
We'll go back to our last quick save and
Yeah.
get
exactly.
killed instead.
Yeah.
All right, Vincent. That is going to be 3 successes.
That
against you.
will hit.
Alrighty, so they hit you with this pipe rifle, and as they do, they increase the firing rate. I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 ammo and a cap,
Oh shit.
and an action point to be able to increase the damage as well. This pipe gun would normally be 3, but now it is going to be 5 dice. Alright, Vincent. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh boy.
That is only going to be 4 points of physical damage.
Where?
Sorry. Where did my dice?
It's on top of the tower. On top of the
Oh, thank you. That is going to be in the head.
Oh god.
I need that.
Okay.
Probably your least valuable part. As these fire into you, the person who's off on the right-hand side is also going to take attacks against you.
Is it raining?
That is going to be a critical success for 2 successes and a single success for 3, so that will hit as well. I will spend another cap,
Oh.
and they will also let it rip.
Damn.
Your head,
It's rough out
though.
here. I need that for
Living.
Not
headache.
thinking,
Ooh.
but you know.
That is going to be for, actually, that looked better than it was. That is going to be 5 points of physical damage,
Where?
and that is going to your right arm. That is a critical
Aha!
5. if
I
you
have. So Jebediah only has like a torso radar arm piece and armor on his right arm.
And so shoots you in the right arm. Not enough to crit you, but
Hits this pauldron.
absolutely.
one that's
These
been
little
giving
pipe
Peggy tetanus this
rifles,
whole time.
they hit you, but they are unable to do a ton of damage. You feel invincible in this moment. And then, from the inside of this building where the laser fire almost certainly came out of, you hear the sounds of machinery, of like pistons and actuated frames.
Uh-oh.
And from outside through the door, stepping onto
Oh dear.
Power armor.
That.
this corpse
Fudge muffins.
is a raider in raider power armor. You can see they are holding a very powerful looking laser rifle that seems to have a beam splitter attached to it. The power armor itself makes them towering. You can see this almost teal mohawk kind of matted in blood already. They turn and see you, Jebediah, having heard that there is this sort of problem happening. They're going to let it rip
Nice
against
knowing you guys.
They're going to let it rip using their improved laser rifle. And actually, I'm going to spend another action point. Give
No.
myself another dice.
No.
Hang on. Can I use action points to reroll these dice? I cannot.
Luck.
He got no luck. Maybe he does. I don't know.
I do actually.
Oh, Joe, before that,
Yeah.
so this guy was
On fire.
persistent, so he could have taken an action to stop the damage early, but he didn't.
He didn't.
So he just suffers another 5 damage.
Damn. He is looking rough.
Did the Protectron move?
The Protectron hasn't moved yet. They're going to go in a different initiative.
Oh.
So this person, when they roll, they rolled all misses, but they're going to use all of their luck to re-roll because that was rough.
Wow.
Wow. It's technically cocked.
Are there different
man is
dogs
hard
in
to
this
Vincent,
game?
does a 1 hit? Does 1 success hit?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So with 1 success, this is going to hit you in the right leg. This is a improved laser rifle, which means it is going to be 5 damage dice. They are going to spend 2 ammunition to increase it by 2 more. And
Not
with
bad,
let it rip.
We have at least one
It
iguana
has one
stick
more as
for
well.
after the fight to help you get back on your feet.
Vincent,
That's a lot of dice.
it is a lot of dice.
Oh god.
That is going to be 2, 3 with effect, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is 7 points of physical damage.
Oh,
How was that leg?
That is
obliterated.
two of which are piercing.
Haha, the piercing doesn't matter because I don't have armor there.
Sorry, that's not physical. That is energy. That is energy damage. And that is to the right leg as well. And so because that is a critical hit on your right leg, your mobility, very limited.
I'm prone.
You like
I'm
drag your
still up.
leg along. You are, I imagine, pretty hurt.
Yeah, I'm pretty hurt, and they shot up my leg, so now I've fallen to the floor. But I'm still screaming like, ah,
Absolutely.
my leg!
Still just swinging your fists at him.
for legging.
But that is all of the raiders that have now
Okay.
appeared. That brings us down to you have already taken your turn. That
Yep.
brings us to the settlers. So as a group, the settlers, seeing you all approach, and especially with Jebediah running in, they're going to take cover. The one that is outside the garage is going to duck on the inside. The one that is up on the roof is going to duck down and just kind of go prone, still sort of keeping their rifle aimed at the scene, not really sure what to do. The 2 that are on the roof are going to run down the stairs and kind of take shelter in the first floor as well. The Protectron is going to lumber out, and as they're moving,
Oh, I'm in there.
Can you move the Protectron 30 feet closer to the Raiders?
He's not in there.
No, I know. I'm just putting these guys in.
This 30 feet.
Yeah.
So 30 feet.
And then you can actually move them 30 more feet because all they're going to do is just slowly walk forward. Their
Probably just
weapons
gonna move,
very
like,
short
straight
range.
this way.
These weapons
Copycat.
not designed to do battle. They have to just slowly kind of clunk, 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 clunk all the way across.
You got it. I believe in you.
Oh my
You
god.
hear approaching from behind
That worked.
Jebediah's enjoy, refreshing, Coca-Cola, as this creature just clumps down the road. But that is all that it can do. You see the arm lasers begin to power up as it is now in range. But that brings us to the top of the round.
Did my lady who I was bouncing my rifle on go? Or
Oh, yeah, sorry, I couldn't see her. Yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
ducks into the house as well.
So the mysterious stranger did not come out that round, right?
Did not come out that round.
So,
They're still in the combat. The scene hasn't
Yeah,
ended.
it's only
Yeah.
for the. It's
Oh,
for
okay.
Combat. Yeah.
Joe can bring them in during the
So
combat.
that brings
or
us to
he can
Madeline.
run and
Give it back.
gets her lock back. Okay.
Mary Sue Ellen, you are on deck.
Can I? Alright, so he's in range. Can I see the Protectron from my sniping point?
You
here?
absolutely can.
Okay.
The power armor?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, not the Protectron.
Yes.
All right. So I am going to take the aim action, which gives me a couple of. Oh. Do I feel hidden from the Protectron?
You feel pretty hidden from the power armor.
Okay. Thank you. The power armor. All right, so I'm taking the aim minor action, which with my sniper feat means I can choose the hit location for free. So I am aiming for his head, his power
Nice.
head. And then I can also spend APs if I want for extra damage. But the sneak attack is going to reduce the difficulty by 1 to a minimum of 0. And then I gain the vicious effect, so I can do some more damage. Okay, so shoot.
So, I have a question. When we try to hit, is that a test?
So an attack roll is typically like, it depends on what kind of weapon you're using, but it's like small guns agility
Yeah,
typically,
but
I think.
it counts as a test.
I have to double check.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what this says.
Yeah,
If
because
it
like
says, then yeah.
then we do get AP points back. We go
There you
over
go,
test because
very
it's
nice.
any test.
So take 2 AP points.
And we
if
would
you
also
need them,
know the
if you have the room for
difficulty
them.
Yeah.
Yes, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay, so I got a critical success. I got a 1 and a 2. So
Very nice.
those are
And this is a tag skill, right?
it's small gun, so it's a tag skill. Yeah,
So that's
nice.
4 successes in total.
4 successes.
Very nice. This this person, they have a defense of 3. So to hit this person is very challenging. That is a success. Take an
Okay.
AP as well.
Thank you. And then it's
Beautiful.
in the head, which is great. So, all right, I'm gonna roll, and then I'm gonna,
Oh, it's nice that you get to do that for free because otherwise you wouldn't have been able to.
and I'm gonna use the full fire rate. So I'm adding 2 extra damage dice.
Nice.
Okay, here we go. Ooh. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage.
And this is to the head?
Yeah, wait, sorry. With vicious, I get 2 more, so 7 damage
Okay.
to the head, which I believe should be an injury.
That is reduced to 1.
Wow.
Yikes.
That's a lot of armor.
It is a lot of armor. They're wearing power armor. And though it is Raider power armor, not something that is super well made, and you get the sense probably will fall apart very quickly, it is quite durable in this moment.
All right. Well, good to know. That's my whole ass turn.
Okay. You can see directly in front of you, Miss Greta,
Not with
this
the combat
guy
rifle, it's
looms over top,
the
fires the
method.
laser rifle out, shoots your super mutant's leg almost in half,
Oh.
and then is shot straight in the face, and their head just to the side. They are barely affected by that.
Can I? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm still getting the hang of.
No worries.
So, with the scope, I have the accurate feature,
Okay.
and I did take the aim minor action, which means I can spend up to 3 AP to add d6s to the damage, 1d6 per AP.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but I wouldn't be able to spend to add d6. Okay, so it would have been a wash anyway. But
Okay.
No worries.
it just lets me save.
Anything else,
damage.
Madeline?
Nope, I'm good.
You shoot straight at this individual's head, it bounces off. You do a little damage, but this armor is intense. That is your turn. That brings us to Mary Sue Ellen.
So
Bob is on deck.
seeing that this big guy has taken down my super mutant friend and saw one bullet ping off him, I'll give it a shot. I'm gonna try to shoot.
You want any of these?
Delicious
Yes.
luck or AP.
I'm gonna take 1 AP for now. So that'll give me 3
Okay.
D20s.
Yep.
We'll see where this ends up.
You know this is a defensive 3.
Yes. Ooh, and these are shit. Alright, are any of these successes?
Yes, definitely not that.
I believe I'm gonna re-roll this
I cannot see your expression, and it is real hard to tell.
Yeah,
if you're,
I know.
Returning gaze at me at all.
I am. For the record, I am. I'm smiling. I am also using my eyebrows, but none of you can tell.
I'm gonna spend
Oh,
3 luck
we can
points
look at your
and
jaw
re-roll
to see
three.
whether it's
Oh.
lifting slightly.
Oh boy.
Rolled absolute beans, so that's only
Aw,
one
beans.
success.
We love
which is
beans.
just-
No,
Yes,
well,
and that's nothing.
How much was that?
It was only one success. So
Not
that's
enough. You shoot, and in this moment, finally, your guns kind of fail you. You just ping, pew, pew, right off the armor. Anything else, Mary Sue Ellen?
So that was my action. Wait,
You tell me.
sorry, I'm just taking a look at what I have. You know what? My action points we have.
4. According to that tray.
grab him.
I would have to spend another. I'll spend another 2. 1 to fire again, and then 1 to get one more dice.
Okay.
I can knock my
Vault
hit
boy over.
boy over. My vault boy over.
It's
and
just like
reroll.
setting a
Oh, fucking finally. That is a critical success.
Very
Oh,
nice.
we love a
For a
crit.
total of how many?
Ooh, and just barely a second success on that, so that's 3.
Hey.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
There you go.
Just
We
barely.
shoot
Beats
tax.
it, beats it. Go ahead and roll damage for that.
So that's 1, 2, 3,
And roll location as well.
5, 6. Yes. Ooh, these are good numbies over here.
Yeah,
Alright, so let me
numbies.
roll my. Where's the location die?
Right here.
Oh, wow.
What does that say?
Torso.
Oh.
Cool. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 effect dice. That means it's plus 5 damage for a total of 10 damage.
Damn, Mary Sue Ellen.
And Mary Sue Ellen, as you shoot this creature in the chest, this is a power armored creature that deals 1 point of
No.
damage
Damn.
as you shoot it in the hardest part of its body.
Yeah.
The bullets almost all just lodge in. You can see them become little pancakes up against. 1 pierces through, just fragments into this person's body. They turn, they look, it's between you and Madeline, and you are much more visible. You feel the attention very focused on you.
Yep. And so seeing that we're like, oh, looking at me, I'm just gonna go, is there like any weird thing to hide behind over here?
No, there's just an open door.
You can hide in it.
Let's think about here to here. And that's pretty much straight shot. I'm just gonna back up this way.
Okay.
How
You
about
back
that?
up into the alleyway between the 2 houses, kind of taking refuge behind the dumpster.
Refuge in the refuge.
Is that your turn, Mary Sue Ellen?
That's
That
it.
your-
That's
All
my
right.
major action, my minor action.
That brings us to Bob. Peggy, you are on deck.
All right.
You see your Protectron soldier just kind of march off to war, and
So-
you can duck into this sort of garage.
So from the doorway there, I'm going to take the aim minor action,
Okay.
and then I am going to shoot my energy rifle
Cool.
Okay. At who?
at.
Peggy.
What is the range on that?
I have the beam focuser, so it is 60 feet, I believe. 2 increments of range,
Yep. So medium range.
which I believe just gets me
wow.
there.
Just
Yeah.
barely. Very
Yeah.
nice. Okay, we're playing the game of just barely's today. So
and
go ahead, make your attack roll.
Close
And
enough in Starfinder.
I'm gonna do 1
Which
AP
we
to
love.
take an extra.
There you go.
Right? And I can reroll 1 automatically because I aimed.
Nice.
Um, and
Eat 'em.
3. And for my energy weapon, it's energy plus perception. Right?
Yep.
Nice. That's very good. So that's 1 critical.
Very nice. 2 successes.
Plus 2 more successes.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage on that. Roll
And I
the
get an
location as well.
AP back, right?
Yep.
Roll location.
And I'm gonna use extra damage so that I can, because it's a fire rate of 2, so I'm gonna add 2 more to the bullets.
Go for it.
And
Left arm.
left arm. I'm about to blow that shit up. Damn. That's. Is that cocked? I can't tell.
It's in between.
Yeah, I think it was cocked because when I moved it. rolled, but-
How much damage is that?
Is that 1? 2? Sorry, math is.
Math is hard.
So it's 8 and then 2 effects. So do you have an effect on that gun? Oh, 7. Sorry. No, 8.
It is piercing. Piercing 1 for the effect.
So
Ooh.
you have 2 effects.
So that's you pierce 2 of the armor.
Oh, nice. So 2 piercing and how much did you say? 8?
8 damage, yeah.
8 damage.
So the 2 damage carries through automatically, and then 8 additional damage in the arm.
Left arm.
In the left arm. So with 8 additional damage to the left arm in particular, and that is energy damage.
Yes.
That does 4 damage. As it carries over, you hit an area, and with a weapon that this creature is not well protected against. And now, after that, the 2 hits in the chest do very little to it. The hit off the head does nothing to it. That hit seems to have finally kind of hurt this creature. And Mary Sue Ellen, you feel the attention for a moment break away. But they don't seem to be able to focus in on Bob. Anything else, Bob?
I
That's a
think
good
that's it for me.
Okay. That is it for you. That brings us to Peggy. Miss Greta, you are on deck.
Okay, Peggy can just get to, who's it? This guy,
Okay.
Jebediah. So Peggy's gonna get all the way up to the bumpiest of skins,
Sure.
and then she's going to take the first aid action with the stim pack.
Oh,
Ah,
you
there
are.
you go.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
The pain train must continue.
Alright then.
So that is
I just noticed the mysterious stranger sign.
1 success.
Okay.
And I also use a stim pack. So do you have an injury? Or...
Yeah,
Okay.
my leg is injured.
Better than your head.
So I'm going to do the +4 from the stim pack,
Okay.
and then treat 1 injury.
Very nice. So you get 4 health back, your leg no longer mangled. As Peggy jams the sting pack into you, the bone kind of cracks back together. You are all set. You are good to go.
Nice.
And would people be okay with me taking a second
What the fuck?
Do
Yeah?
it.
Yeah,
do
minor
it. Do it.
action?
Yeah, girl.
Do it.
Wait,
Do
wait.
what you need to
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Ah, yeah.
I don't want to
Just
take a
one.
major action while Greta's there.
Do it. Yeah, what are you doing?
Just one.
We
Do
got
what
caps.
you gotta
we
do.
got, we
to
got
use an
AP to
additional stim
blow.
pack to get him back up
Very
to.
So you basically double fisting.
Yeah, I'm double fisting.
Peggy,
Get
you
up,
leap
Peggy.
forward, Assassin's
that's-
Creed style, pulls the backs in the air, and you just jam them into Jebediah.
Peggy leaps up. It stumbles a little bit because only one working leg, and then just kind of
straight in.
Amazing.
So an
Jebediah's
additional 4.
healing surges into you. Your limb cracks its way back together, and you are back in the fight. Anything else, Peggy?
Peggy's just gonna free action cower.
Okay, for action cower. That brings us to Miss Greta.
You see as this guy with the power armor is, shooting at her allies, she's going to rev up her buzzsaw arm and be like, please hold still while I cut off your arm. Or wherever the hit lands.
Yeah, sure, go ahead and
Please
make your
hold
attack.
still. So
Will I figure out where I am hitting you?
yeah,
This
let's-
will hurt.
I think
a
I've
bit.
decided I actually like the muffle on the voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really works.
I'm interested to hear how it sounds afterwards.
we don't have a lot of action points, do we?
We have one.
No,
We
but you
have
can
this-
you can
have
Get
it.
an
Yeah.
extra.
All right, I'm
die.
gonna use it just because I would like to
Use
hit
it.
this
That's
guy.
what they're for.
Yes.
They're gonna regain at the end of the round, right?
Yeah,
I'm
we're about to have
going
a plane train go.
use a luck point to use my luck
They're like
attribute
legendary.
rather than
Nice.
At the end of the
endurance
round, they
because I
come
don't
back.
have great endurance.
But you'll do.
Ooh!
Amazing!
Ooh!
This
Headshot?
was it was a headshot, but also I need an
But
actual
critical
D20.
success
Here.
and
More
another
D20s for
one.
Olive.
So that's already
So that's
already a
3
hit.
successes,
Movie's out of the way.
and then
and-
definitely not.
Alright,
So
well, it's a
3
hit.
3 successes.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
What's your
And in the head, too.
So roll
in
damage
the
for that.
head. Determined location was head. Inflict damage. Alright. Let's see. Buzzsaw arm. Blah, 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 blah. I need 3 dice plus 1 piercing.
Okay,
so the
so
one
3 dice.
piercing automatically happens.
Yeah, 1
If
piercing
you get
automatically
a head
happens.
on
No,
your
it's-
die.
Yeah, you have to get the head on the die. For
Yeah.
yours.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
Ooh.
nope, didn't get it.
4
So
damage,
there's 4
though.
damage.
Pretty good.
It's physical.
I don't think so.
Yep, physical.
4 damage to the head.
Yeah.
Oh right.
Not enough to pierce through the armor. It just grinds against the metal. The head tilts to the side. You are unable to break it, but the eyes turn. You can see the raider grins at you. Anything else?
Greta, sweetie, get out of the way!
Jebediah, how you doing? You just
I'm
got
doing good.
healed. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're
His legs
fine.
are fine.
I'll use minor action, move out of the way. 30 feet.
You can make to that dumpster that I was standing behind.
Or
you can just go
I
to
want to go to the nearest dead body.
It's literally like right next to you.
The,
next
no,
nearest
the
body.
one on
standing on it.
fire.
Yeah.
The one
That's
on fire will be
30
dead
feet
very
away.
soon.
Over here.
He's not
There's also
fire
a dead
anymore.
person just laying
Oh,
dead
he
down there
used a...
next to
the
that.
number
Yeah,
of
there's a
the
dead
fire
person
gas
right there.
is equal to the number of
Well, then I'll go to
infections
the
if you
far
roll one, right?
guy. Who's maybe not dead, but she'll do her best.
So
Yeah,
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 you're,
make it
you're
right.
essentially between
This
two.
is
So
such a
there's
great
dead
mini.
body there.
So
and
you
then
rush
that guy's
over and
on the
away.
third one.
Oh, right.
Miss Greta, as you rush away, the Mr. Handy unit kind of like moving, this individual tracks you with their eyes. And you can hear, they say, I can do the same thing. And they drop one of these weapons, and in their hand appears a ripper. You can see this is a sword with this like chainsaw sort of things attached. And in this moment, on the very far sort of distance, the camera focuses behind them. There is this kind of pluck of a surfer vibe sort of guitar as a mysterious stranger appears. And they take a shot with their weapon,
That was good.
which is a 44.
Good music for that, too.
Yeah. That is going to be 3 successes and a hit.
Very nice.
Okay, hang on. That is physical damage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hitting the torso, which unfortunately, hardened as it is against physical damage, just pings right off. But then there is the wow.
So it's more immune to physical damage, so I should be doing other types of damage?
It
Is
seems
that what
like
I'm
that
understanding?
would make sense. You saw the energy damage rip right through the arm, but that is the mysterious stranger. That brings us to the raiders.
I'd like to take my turn.
So I'd like to take your turn a little early. Go ahead, Jebediah.
Are you gonna keep up?
So,
As
what
a
was that?
mysterious
Are you gonna keep
stranger
up just dramatically,
disappears,
like-
Yeah, I was like,
Jebediah
"Ugh."
right to your feet, no problem.
So, if I just get up like this, am I within range of this guy? Melee range?
You are, yeah.
Okay.
They're standing on the corpse just because that was funny.
Okay. Alright, in that case, so that'll be my minor action to get up from being prone. I'm like, adrenaline's pumping now because I've just had 2 stim packs injected straight into my jugular.
Absolutely. They're still like,
I'll get that back.
And then I'm gonna just take my I'm just gonna take my pipe rifle and bash the big guy with it.
sure, no problem. Make an
So
attack roll.
let's see, where are the dice?
He's yonder. Boop. You also have 2 more over here.
Let's see. I don't think. Let's see.
That is correct.
Wow.
Damn.
4 successes.
That is absolutely
Wow.
a hit. Go ahead and roll damage
I
on
rolled
this.
2 critical successes. Let's see. All right, so then this is with my actually, I'm just looking at my weapons. Yeah, I'll just stay with what I did. That will be this many. Woo!
Lots of effect.
Oh, and you probably want to know where this is gonna hit.
Yeah.
That's ideal.
Nice.
The head. Oh,
Nice.
oh, Joe. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 damage to the head and also stun.
So 11 damage to the head, even with the reduction of 6, is still going to be enough for a critical hit. So 5 points of damage to the
Oh
head.
yeah.
They are still up. And that is, you can see, as that like finally ruptures the helmet cracks open and kind of like explodes as liquid metal across the ground. They are bleeding. You can see like the nose almost torn away from their face, but they are still up. Anything else?
No, I think I've done enough.
All right, you've done enough. They sneer at you. You have taken your turn early, and they were almost certainly going to attack Miss Greta. But at this, they point this Ripper towards you,
So
and
he's
they
stunned.
say, "Get him!" They're stunned.
But you can use action points to still take a
And
turn.
I'm certainly going to do that. 'Cause I
You just can't get the one.
Yeah, they just lose
have to
their action,
spend,
but they can
yeah.
spend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to spend the action to get their action point back. The 2 raiders are going to go first. The one who is on the right will take an action to quench this flame as they're almost dead. They pat it out. I'm going to use an action point to take another action. As they are going to now, both of them take attacks against Jebediah's.
That's 2 action points for a major action with its attack.
That's true.
Make them spend them.
All right, so from the first one, and actually,
Oh, there's fun.
I'm going to get an additional die as well. Might as well spend these points because I have a lot of them. That is going to be a single success, which I believe is still damaging. Correct?
That's not where you
Jebediah's?
Yes, that will still hit.
That is
I
going
don't
to hit
have
you
high
in the,
defense.
That is going to hit you in the torso.
It's different places for damage reduction, but the
Yeah.
defense is the same.
Makes sense, makes sense.
That is going to hit you in the torso. Sorry, this is the Tectron. Pull up the Raider here. Okay. So this pipe gun in the torso is only going to be 3. They're going to spend 2 ammo.
Oh, 3 dice.
1, 2, 3, 4. That is going to be 5 points of physical damage. The second person only is going to get.
Alright,
That is a
left-
critical success.
Damn.
It's rough out here.
It is rough
As a
out
super
here.
mutant.
Yeah.
That is going to be not great damage though. Only 3 points of physical damage,
Where?
but that is going to be in. That is cocked. That is going to be in the head, and so that is an injury to the head. You take these pipe rifle shots just straight to the face. You are like chorusing with energy from these stim packs, but quickly it is wearing down. And then this
I'm only still up because there was a second stim pack.
and then this
involved.
lead raider with their ripper pointed towards you is going to take an attack.
Oh dear.
And
Oh, no.
as they do, the might of the power armor kind of leverage behind this blow. This is quite strong. They are also going to spend an action point to get an additional dice.
Adios, Jebediah.
It's nice knowing you guys.
At least you won't have to wear the green
That is going to
paint
be 2
anymore.
So much
successes.
green paint
I'll
on
So
hit.
it.
that is a hit. As a base, a Ripper gets 7 dice for damage.
Ooh.
Yikes.
And they are going to spend a final action point. One.
Damn.
Jebediah's.
Could have repaired Greta.
That is going to be 1 with Vicious, 2 with Vicious. And so Vicious.
Oh, I
for-
thought.
hang on a second, that was not Vicious. 1 additional damage. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points of physical damage.
Ooh.
Alright,
You
so
did right.
I am
Okay,
down,
good.
and I
Okay.
have 2 injuries, I believe.
Yeah, and they just slash. This
Are
is an
you-
injury to the head.
That's a lot.
This is an injury to the torso.
I think I'm dying. I don't.
You are dying. Yeah,
I'm
you are-
dying.
you are in
I
rough
don't think
shape.
I am.
Dying.
Yeah, I'm dying.
But they
Okay.
pull this
So
ripper
sad.
down through your head,
All right.
through your torso,
Let's get some
basically
more
just carving
APs.
your face and your torso apart. You can see the bones from Jebediah now peering through this green skin. And
Ugh.
underneath the green skin, we're all the same. But as you lay dying in the sand, that is all of the raiders. That is the raider leader. That brings us over to our settlers. The settlers are still cowering. That brings us to the Protectron. The Protectron now says, Protectron, powering up. And will fire...
Jebedias.
Save Jebedias. It already has this attack. It will take the arm laser attack. It is going to let her rip. So that is going to change the fire rate to 4.
Nice. Beyblades. Let her rip.
The Protectron
Let
is
her
going to
rip.
have only a single success, which is not
Brutal.
enough. Let me see if there's anything else that they can do. Burst damage. That is nothing that it can do. So unfortunately, it just unloads like 30 bolts of lasers into this creature, but unable to pierce the power armor of the raider. This does attract its attention, however. And Miss Greta, for the moment, you've lost the aggression of this creature.
Perfect.
That is all of the raiders. That is the Protectron. Jebediah, you moved your turn up early. That brings us to the top of the round into you, Madeline. Madeline, you see this raider down your super mutant and then carve across his chest. What do you want to do?
All right, so I'm gonna take the aim action, and I'd like to aim for the arm that's holding the Ripper.
Okay.
And all right, I will use some extra bullets so that oh wait, no, first I have to see if I hit.
Yeah. Usually good to do.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna use 2 luck points to reroll both of those.
Okay.
Still garbage, sister. Hold on, 18. Damn it, 2 misses.
Okay. Unfortunate. In this moment, you can't kind of get this individual. Jebediah is still, despite the fact that they have fallen, kind of an impediment. Peggy is right there. You don't want to hit Peggy. That is your turn, Madeline.
Yeah.
All right.
Reaction curse.
There you go. You swear. You wish your tripod hadn't moved. Mary Sue Ellen, what would you like to do?
All right.
Bob, you're on deck.
I'm just checking if there's like a major action.
No problem. In the moment you are crouching in the garbage, you can see the super mutant just bleeding out on the sand.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Okay, so I will run back up to once again see this guy.
Sure.
He's facing kind of away from me, I'm guessing.
Correct. Yeah, he's
okay.
turning towards first Miss Greta and then
All right,
towards his Protectron.
Alright, so I can't aim, so it doesn't matter what direction he's facing, because I'm just going to have to fire at him regardless.
Sure.
So I am going to spend an action point to shoot. So I'm going to go for 3 dice
Okay.
to try to hit this guy. I think that's 4 successes.
If that's 4 successes, you generate an action point and you hit.
Yes. Okay, so I am going to. One of them is a critical, so it's 4. Okay, sweet. So
Roll
I
for
hit.
location.
Location. I got short arms. All right, it just roll. Oh, torso.
Torso, unfortunate.
Lame. But I will spend more ammo this time. All right, so I'll make sure I'm doing this correctly. So it has a fire rate of 2, so I can spend the 2 bullets, right?
Correct.
So that's plus 1d6 per bullet spent.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh. I just realized because you had a critical injury to your head, the test to hit me would have been increased by 2 because it relies on vision.
Oh, that would have mattered too.
That would have mattered.
Unfortunately, yeah.
That's crazy.
More. So I'm rolling
Yeah,
8
you're
dice
reading.
total.
I know.
We're all
Holy
just getting
shit.
the hang of it.
8 dice.
That one's caught.
This one's cocked. A lot of misses. These are all misses. So let's take these out.
Beans.
You can spend a luck point to re-roll up to
Yeah,
3.
but I just want to see
Yeah.
where we are. Okay. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I only have 2 luck points left. I'll just spend them both. Ooh. Question. I just remembered that I can re-roll the location die. Can I do that now, even though I've rolled damage?
Technically, no.
Okay.
I think you're supposed to roll the
Before.
location first.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
That's okay. So, that is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. Which I believe is like, what, 2 damage?
2 points of damage.
2 points of damage.
Every little bit helps.
Yeah. And then I'm going, at the end of a turn, for flavor, I'm going to basically be like, pick on someone your own fucking size.
Alright.
Garbage.
Fan the hammer into their torso.
You tell them, Mary
The bullets
Sue.
just pancake across, and they avert their gaze now back to you. No longer looking to shoot at this Protectron.
I'm not your size.
Apparently, you are their size. That is your turn, Mary Sue Ellen. That brings us to Bob. Peggy, you are on deck.
All right. So I'm gonna do what worked last time. I'm gonna aim with my minor action, and I'm
Okay.
gonna shoot. Shoot the guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna use an action point
Mhm.
to.
Get next.
Take
Get an
another
extra
dice.
one.
Absolutely. They have a defensive
And I
3,
get
so every bit
one
helps.
free reroll with my aim, which is gonna be useful. I'm gonna use luck point and my one free reroll to reroll 2 of them. I got 1 success. I got 2 successes, and I can't do anything else. Can
There
I?
you
Can I
go.
take a? I can't reroll with my luck
Because
on
you
a successful. Yeah. Well, I could. I'm gonna reroll with a luck to hopefully get a critical.
But
The
you
one
could
that
fail.
you re-rolled for your favorite reroll?
The one that I didn't reroll
Okay.
that was already a luck.
Okay.
Because
If you
if I-
fail, you have to take the failure.
well, it's already a failure.
Oh.
So if I succeed with a critical, then I win.
Right.
But if I then otherwise nothing changes.
You need a crit or you fail.
Oh my god, is that a 1?
It's a 7.
Ah, fuck.
The 7 is
They
so
really got
deceptive.
you.
Yeah, it
It's a
is.
success, but it's not a crit.
It's the worst
Yeah.
7 ever.
Same.
Same. You fire from this distance, unable to get a hit. This armor is powerful. Anything else, Bob?
That's it for me,
All right.
unfortunately.
That is it for you, Bob. That brings us to Peggy. Peggy, from where you are, this creature turning in the power armor, you can hear the as it like turns towards Mary Sue Ellen. At the moment, it doesn't seem to be shooting at you, but you are very out in the open. And then there's a super mutant just bleeding out, dying on the sand in front of you.
GM, can I buy 2 AP from you? Or is it just 1?
I believe it's just 1.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Give me a second.
Will you need to buy this one, by the way?
Another major action.
Major
Ah,
action.
gotcha.
I'll say in this moment, if you want, you can give me 2.
I would love to give
Yeah.
you 2.
I'll take 2.
Joe
To
wants to
give
do
me 2.
something.
Which I will immediately give back to the pool. Because I'm going to use them
Sure.
to buy an additional major action.
There you
So, for my first major action, I am going to...
I want to move up my turn to assist by giving up my turn. So I want to assist in this, and that just means I give up my turn to move up earlier in the initiative order. Right? If
So
a
you
character...
can spend an action point to move up in the initiative.
Well,
Lucky
take
it's-
your turn.
no, the
Assist.
major
When
action
a char-
assists.
Yeah.
If a character's not.
If you have not yet acted this round,
Oh,
you
yeah,
may give
you
up
don't-
your turn later in the round to assist an ally
I
when they
see,
attempt a
okay.
skill
You
test.
You can just,
Yeah.
I think from reading it, you don't have to use a luck point. You can
Yeah.
just say, I'm assisting, and you just lose your turn later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you absolutely
So
can.
that's what I want to do.
Okay.
So you're assisting. How are you
Alright.
assisting from where
But
you
what are we doing?
They've been like passing
Yeah.
notes back and
We're
forth.
medicining. we're
We're
gonna
teaming up to save you.
We're gonna stop you from dying.
Hell yeah.
All right, so here goes Peggy.
And you get to
All
roll
right,
a dice
so
too.
that's crit success, and then one from Miss Greta.
You see Miss Greta, she's like actively talking to this raider, and she goes, Oh dear, it seems that one of my allies has fallen. Excuse me, please pardon me for the rude interruption, but I need to go assist my friends. I'll be back for you though. And I'm going to turn around.
Surgery.
Nice.
Yes!
Is that what's
Or is
feeling?
it?
I guess, yeah, what? So it's a.
It's a medicine plus intelligence.
What's your medicine?
And you're,
One.
Oh. Well,
Okay, so that's a
still a
success,
still
though.
a
It's a
success.
success,
Still a
but-
success.
so that's 3 successes total.
Alright, the DC was 2 because I have 2 injuries, so we get 1 of these back.
Nice.
Very nice. So, from dying, you are able to stabilize the super mutant. This is the first aid action?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
stable.
you treat the injury, you stabilize the dying patient, HP goes to 1.
So your HP
Oh.
did 1. And
Jebediah, it sucks, but you're back alive. You,
True barbarian.
your like head split open, your chest is ripped open. You can see the bones in your chest, but you are up.
And while Peggy's down there, she got crafty during the last 2 scenes ago.
Mhm.
So she's gonna pull out her pulse grenade
Sure.
and
Just
throw
jam
that.
it in his chest. Oh, okay. Yeah. Go ahead, make your vision explosives or your
It's a perception explosives.
explosives. I don't know where visions come from.
We got crit success
Okay.
and another success.
Okay.
So that's 3 successes
That is
total.
exactly what you needed.
Beautiful.
That explodes, and it's a. This is a.
Pulse grenade.
What
Where
So
did you throw it at?
I threw it at the big guy.
Okay.
So the pulse grenade has a couple of things going on. It's a blast and thrown. It's vicious because I have that.
Yep.
But it only inflicts damage to robots, synths, other mechanical or technological targets, and power armor.
There you go. Absolutely. So go ahead, roll damage.
Apropos.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
But not the human inside.
No,
No, it's
The
not
power
the human
armor has its
inside.
own
Very
health.
specifically,
Yeah.
not the human inside.
this is a very cool move.
So we have a stun damage effect,
Mhm.
and 2 viciouses. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 points of damage total from
Kind
the
of
pulse
damage?
grenade. Energy damage
To the power armor.
to the power armor.
With this damage, Peggy, as you throw this grenade and it explodes, that is enough damage to disable the power. armor.
Yay!
Well done.
Nice.
And that doesn't do damage to the creature inside of it, correct?
It just gets the power armor, so he's like in unusable power armor.
He is. He's like trapped in there and barely alive. You can see like the nose hanging off his face. There is blood just like pooling out the chest of the armor itself, and they are now trapped in it as well. You can see one hand holding the Ripper, the other holding a pistol, which they can probably still use in the armor. But the Ripper, unless you get close, unusable.
Mm-hmm.
The person behind him, unaffected by the pulse grenade, but phenomenal. Anything else, Peggy?
Have a minor action.
Yeah.
Eluded a lot of stim packs, Joe.
Jam the stim pack into the 1 HP super mutant and depress the plunger. That is 4 health that returns, I believe.
Yep.
Jebediah, you have never been a religious super mutant before, but in this moment, you open your eyes and you look up at Peggy and you are looking into the face of God. They have brought you back. It is not a good looking face.
You print on her.
God's got kind of a squint. So, anything else, Peggy?
That is finally everything.
All right, Peggy,
What
phenomenal.
a
turn.
Great turn.
That brings
Bravo.
us to Miss Greta. Miss Greta, that sorry, you
Yeah, I
assisted with
used
your
my
turn.
turn.
That brings us
Yeah.
to our raiders. So you have now 2 raiders who are up, one who is no longer on fire, and then one that is trapped in the power armor. The 2 raiders who are not in power armor will turn, seeing Miss Peggy, or sorry, not Miss Peggy, seeing Peggy, who has just
That is
thrown
rat
this
and
pulse
proper that you
grenade.
call me Miss Peggy.
The 2 of them are going to take attacks against you. First one is going to be 2 successes.
Damn.
That is going to be, they're rapidly running out of bullets, however. That is only going to be 3. Ooh. Peggy. That is going to be 5 physical damage.
To where?
To your torso.
Damn.
The second one,
4 physical damage.
huh?
Oh, thank goodness.
4 physical damage.
That is 2 successes. Much worse. That is going to be 3 points of physical damage.
2 my torso.
To your torso.
2 physical damage.
Finally, we have this individual. They are holding this improved laser rifle. And they creak it towards you. They creak it towards you with the power armor disabled. You gain 1 additional defense on this, essentially. As they take an attack against you, I will spend an action.
Pegs.
My big guy right here.
So he can still
Oh.
move the armor just with his own might instead of.
Can't even really move it, really, just because Peggy is within that kind of forward-facing arc. They're able
Yeah,
to
I'm
take
just
this
like right
attack.
there.
If there was anybody, if anybody moved out of the way, unable to really make attacks even. But they will take this attack. They are going to gain an additional dice for the action point. And then shooting at you, Peggy, that is going to be 1 critical success.
No,
Damn.
that's
That is going to
terrible.
be 2 additional successes, so a total
Bye,
of
Pegs.
4. That is a hit, I assume, Peggy? Yeah. All right. The improved laser rifle is 5 points of energy damage to start. They will burn 2 additional fusion cells.
To where?
This will
Tell
be
me it's
to
not Rick Leg.
your torso.
No,
Worse.
you got a big
Worse,
hole.
That's so much worse.
As Peggy, you are going to be taking what are the critical effects here? Piercing. Okay. You are going to be taking 2 piercing and then 4, 5. Only 6 points of energy damage to the torso.
So, question.
Yeah.
The 2 piercing it bypasses damage resistance?
Correct.
Damn. Peggy's down.
Oh.
Heck no.
And as you plunge this final stim pack into the super mutant,
Just
you
enough.
see the super mutant look up at you. You look at the face of God. It's squinting, and then they are shot with this energy rifle straight through the torso. You see it go in through one side, out through the other,
Damn, they killed God.
and then Peggy falls to the sand. Peggy, you have 0 hit points. You are dying.
I am dying.
But that is all of the raiders, and that does bring us to this Protectron, who is going to turn. Looking at this powerful raider now trapped in the armor, it is going to take its attack. That is a critical success.
Revenge, Peggy.
Bash his head in.
Its arm lasers only deal 3 damage. It does have a fire rate of 4, and so they are going to burn some ammo to add a lot more damage to it.
Do
as they
it!
unleash a burst of attacks.
Fuck
That
him
is
up,
going to
RoboCop.
be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points of energy damage against the torso. And against the torso, that is still 1 point of damage. This raider is almost dead. The Protectron is not able to kill it. That brings us to the top of the round to Madeline. Madeline, from where
wait.
you are. Oh, sorry. I'm
right,
so
like-
used to you moving your turn up. That throws me off every time. After the raiders, after the Protectron, at initiative 10 is at 8, Jebedias.
Do you have any stim packs on you that would be visible to anyone looking at your body? So I can like grab and hit you with
It's
it?
not. It's like in a bag.
We would have seen where you were pulling them out of, right?
Yes. You would.
Okay. Do you have any left?
So
Oh, no.
are you reaching in to grab them?
Let's see.
I also can use my repair kit to
Is that
bring
actually a minor
Peggy back.
action, like interact,
No,
probably?
she's
There is,
Hmm.
you can administer a dose of chem to yourself or a willing
Alright.
character within reach, including
Stand up.
stim packs and repair kits.
Repair
You can
kits
use
are
it.
for robots.
Yeah, I know, but I can use a repair kit to heal others.
No, it's the other
just
way
if
around.
People
Oh.
can use them to heal you.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah, so basically
Yeah.
what that's saying
Repair
is
kits
that
are robot
if you had a chem,
first
it
aid.
would work on a
So,
person,
Jebediah,
but
you
you
stand
have to
up.
use a repair
So yeah,
kit.
I'll stand up.
I don't
Minor action, root around for a stim pack.
Okay.
Right.
But I can use a repair.
Peggy, do you have a stim pack? Jebedias reaches into your bag, yanks out a stim pack. Jebedias, you saw Peggy use this. You slam it into Peggy. Wrong direction. You turn it in your hand. You slam it into Peggy.
You
Go ahead,
accidentally
make a
heal
first aid
yourself
check.
4.
This is intelligence and medicine, I believe.
Do I have to make a first aid
It's,
check?
if it's a take chem action, minor action, it just happens.
Oh, there you go. Just happens.
Yeah.
4 hit
see.
points. Oh no, sorry, you are 0, so that
Um,
brings you back to 1. Peggy, you
it's-
surge to life.
It's a first
Okay.
aid check.
And do I
This
still
will be
have
first aid
an action? I'm a little bit
Yeah,
I'm a little bit
'cause
confused
it's
about my action
stabilize
economy
the
at the
die.
moment.
They're using the chem though.
They're using
Oh, the
That's
chem,
why, yeah.
not the stim pack.
Do I still have a major action?
That
I'm a little bit
makes
confused
sense.
about my action economy at the moment.
So you have used a minor action and a major action.
What was my major action?
Your major action is to administer this.
That's a
do
take
first
chem. It's a
aid.
minor action.
Oh, okay. So you've used 2 minor actions?
He spent an AP.
Okay. So
Yeah,
then you have a major
major
action
action.
left.
All right, I'll turn around and I'll hit the guy, Big Raider.
Okay, so you
Um,
plunge this into them and then turn around, still on one knee. You slam the end of your weapon into this creature. Make
This
your
is-
attack roll.
Them's worth a lot of money.
All right. So what is the? Let's see. I don't think that's a luck point usage for me. Hold on. Actually, no, it's not. That's 3 successes.
3 successes is a hit.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll damage for that. You can see
so
this
I'm-
guy. He's basically, this is like T-ball for you. This is a trapped raider in this power armor that can't move. The head is just up on a T for you.
This is. I'm using a different weapon. Can I
Okay.
get one more dice? I'm using the combat knife
Okay,
because maybe sharp didn't go through armor.
sure.
Wow.
Is this gonna be a decapitation?
I'll re-roll some of those damage dice. I
Okay.
think it's 1 luck point for up to 3, right?
1 luck point
Yes.
for up to 3, yes.
Okay. Okay. Then I'll do that.
Oh,
1,
money.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage with 2 pierce. Oh, you probably know where that's going.
Yeah.
Where is the location dice? The right leg.
The right leg,
Yeah.
Jebediah's.
Huh?
In this moment, as you
Oh.
take this and you like try to jab at the head, you slip. Your leg had just been broken in half. It's not quite steady yet, and you jab all this energy down straight into their thigh. The knife pierces through the actual metal, pierces through the skin, pierces through the bone. You feel it split in the inside of their leg, and then your weight drags the blade all the way down through the femur, through the knee, through the bottom part of the leg, and you just bisect it straight lengthwise. Immediately, there is so much blood loss that you see the eyes just roll into the back of their head. They are dead. They can't fall. They're just suspended and bleeding out in the power.
Gross.
But phenomenal. Anything
way
else,
to go.
Jebediah's?
I think that's it for me.
That is your turn. In this moment, as you kill this raider in the raider power armor, you can hear they yell out, "They killed Kess! Get him!" And they're like turning and now like beginning to engage you, but you hear fear in their voice. They're kind of dedicated to fighting down to the last man, but you've broken them. They're emotionally not moving. That is your turn, Jebediah's.
Yeah.
All right, that brings us to the top of the round to you, Madeline.
All right, so I'm going to measure. Okay. I think. Can I see the guy behind?
You can, yeah. You can see like underneath the power armor to the side a little bit. This individual trying to use them for cover.
So mechanically he has cover.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to. Fuck it. Madeline's gonna be like, rah! And just. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
And. Oh, does he still have cover?
Yeah, from where you are.
Yeah, alright, but now I can shoot at this guy,
Correct.
and he's in the right range now.
Yes.
Alright, so that was my minor action,
Okay.
and then pew pew pew. Alright, that's 1 critical success.
That is going to be a hit then.
And another just regular success. So that's 1 action point.
Absolutely.
Alright.
Well, with the critical, no, that's 2.
Oh, hell yeah. Alright, that's gonna be to the left arm.
Okay.
And
And this guy was the guy who.
he was
on
on fire.
fire.
Yeah, so
not having a good day.
He's super not having a good day. That's gonna be 4 damage. 4 damage.
Reduced by 1, but that's still enough with their kind of charred state to reduce this crispy critter to a corpse. They just fall down with that bullet, spiraling into these crates and just knocking them to the ground.
Nope.
Anything else, Madeline?
That'll be it.
All right. That leaves just one raider standing on the battlefield, not counting the corpse suspended within the power armor. That brings us to Mary Sue Ellen. Bob, you're on deck.
All right, let's see. This is. Let's see how far over can I get. Get a shot. So I believe if I get to over here, I can get a slightly clearer shot.
Yep. They'll lose cover as long as you get to the other side of Jebediah's.
So, I'm going to pull this town ain't big enough for the both of us. And attempt to shoot this person. And I believe that is 2 successes. Let me just double check.
2 successes will be a hit.
Yep. That is 2 successes.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll damage. This person, for what it's worth, pristine. They are unhurt.
That is 6 1.
That's about to change.
So, let me roll where I'm hitting them first. There you go. Torso. Perfect.
Okay.
Center mass.
That's a lot of dice.
It is a lot of dice. This one is cocked. Unfortunately, it wasn't a very good. That is a total of 6 physical damage to their torso.
Phenomenal. That is reduced by 1, but still, they are looking really hurt now. You round the corner and you shoot them just dead in the gut. There is this crackling shot, and they reach, kind of holding. You see blood going through the fingers. They're wearing like this really nice leather jacket that's like a little bit beaten up, but they're like starting to soak through the shirt underneath. They stagger forwards. They aim the gun at you. But anything else, Mary Sue Ellen?
No, that's it.
All right, that brings us to Bob.
So looking back out the door, about to take another shot, seeing that like it's pretty much over. Instead, Bob's just gonna say, all right, you guys got this. And inspire.
Okay.
So it's a charisma plus speech test, difficulty 0, and I can distribute any action points generated to nearby allies.
Very nice.
Cool.
That's dope.
I don't think I'm even gonna bother using any.
No, why would you?
It's difficulty 0.
Nice. So that's 1 critical.
Very nice.
And
Take 2 action points.
it's a tag skill.
Take
Oh,
3
yeah.
action points.
Sorry, do you,
It's not a
What?
1, it's a tag critical. So it's
Just
2 actions.
2.
Oh, just 2.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I thought you were rolling. Okay, no worries.
okay.
Yeah, it's a 16
Sorry,
and a 2 and a 2 and
You
Okay.
yell out to everybody else that they've got it, and weirdly enough, that inspires you. You feel as if you can take more action now.
And then
Yes.
I'm gonna use my minor action to go over to the arcade,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use an action point to play the game.
Okay. So you rush over to this, you grab a cap out, you just jam it into the modified coin slot, and instantly you can see, it's like the endorphins rush into your head. The last time that you saw this, like, this brings you back hundreds of years. You saw this in crowded arcades that were full of people, regular people who went about regular lives prior to the end of the world. And all of a sudden, it's like the sounds just fade away, and you're just living this, like, past in this arcade. But that is your turn, Bob. That brings us to Peggy. Peggy, you are not doing great down here. But you surge to an upright position, the favor having been repaid from Jebediah's.
Surge. Peggy is not agile.
Yeah.
Peggy kind of like rolls over and then like pushes up, and is going to like minor action move behind the trash there.
Okay. You just roll
Just an
over
action
behind
roll.
the trash.
Yep. Yep.
Action roll.
And we still have one dude who's doing fine.
Yeah. Well, I'm not doing fine anymore.
You
It took
got
a
shot in the
gunshot
gut.
straight to the gut.
Great.
Another.
back up a little help here, and send back up to go fight my battles for him.
Okay, the dog barks, rushes forward, and snaps at this guy who's like already kind of defenseless, holding his own stomach.
And that's 0% successes for backup.
Yeah, and,
And back up.
Actually, I'm gonna spend a luck point
He's
for
a
backup.
good
There
boy.
you go. There you go.
He's a good boy.
Let's find out how good.
He is
Is that a
good.
single success?
He's got a single success.
That is enough. Go ahead and roll damage for backup.
Nice.
Such a good name for a farm.
Please
Yeah,
effect.
It really is.
Yay, we got an effect too. So that's 1 plus vicious. So that's 2.
Backup just dives onto the arm, bites in, just dragging it back and forth. They try to pull away, but they're trapped in this moment. They're bleeding everywhere. They're in bad shape, but they're still alive. Anything else, Peggy?
Nope.
All right, that brings us to Miss Greta,
Oh. Which one is the one that's alive?
the one that's behind the power armor. Yeah.
Ah, yes, I can reach that one. Alright, minor action. Turn around, seeing as Madeline absolutely eviscerated the person she was going to dissect. Move up to the guy in power, or behind the power armor. Light up her her arm, her flamer arm, and make an attack.
Go for it.
Okay, using a luck point to use luck as my attribute. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, that's gonna be 1 success.
1 success, that's all that you need. Roll damage for that. As you bring this flamethrower out, you torch this individual. One of their arms held away from their face by backup. They
Torso.
can't even really defend themselves. How much?
Hitting the
Like-
torso. So what's the?
Yeah,
my dice
it's
you need?
going to be. So this is burn, persistent, spread. It's 4 dice.
4 dice.
Thank you. Debilitating inaccuracy. Doesn't matter. Okay, I don't know how to read these. 2 misses.
Nope.
What?
Oh yeah, 2 misses. Sorry.
2 misses,
miss-
1
one, two,
effect
three.
shot, and 2 damage.
So 2
Okay.
damage and effect.
So this weapon has a lot of effects.
Miss Greta, with 2 damage, tell us how it happened.
I was about to lay out all my effects.
They have 1 hit point left.
Okay. Anyway, you just see as her little pilot light just into like a burst. She was trying to speak to them, be like, "Excuse me, I need some of your organs because my friends are dying. Please stay still." And then just as the plume comes out, person dies.
No problem. You're like just a little bit.
I just-
Everything all at once just rolls across them, and you can hear at first there's just this and they run away. They start running. They make it like 30 feet away, 40 feet away. It slows to a walk, and then they just fall, and they are just dead in the sand. And here in the main street of Sonora, you have all successfully killed the raiders.
Nice.
You see that?
Cha-ching!
You have not lost any of the settlers.
Yeah.
And so you have successfully completed the raid in Sonora. And with that, you would imagine we're all leveling up.
Oh, yeah.
And backup levels up too. Oh, what a good boy.
So here in the town of Sonora, with the sound of gunshots kind of dying out around you, you could see there's one other sound that is kind of occurring. It is just a little bip, 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 pew, pew, bip, 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 pew, pew. As you kind of like go, you can see Ghoul Bob just kind of in this garage over this arcade machine. And in this moment, there are 2 other people that are kind of gathered around. You can see a person who has like this mechanic jumpsuit on. They're wearing a baseball cap, and they're kind of leaning over Ghoul Bob's shoulders, just going, "Get that one there, and that one there." And you can see there is another ghoul actually who just covered in dirt. You can see they look like maybe like a farmer or something, as they're also just kind of like nodding and watching you as well. But Ghoul Bob has now started his own little kind of thing.
Bob the Ghoul.
As this is happening, there's another person who walks in behind.
Person first language.
This is a person who.
Bob.
Sorry.
Bob the Ghoul.
I love that.
Put some
No,
respect
huge
on
fan,
the
huge,
Bob.
huge fan. Bob, who also is a ghoul,
Yeah, yeah.
is kind of created this scene. You also see there's another person who makes their way in. This person is covered in all kinds of detritus. You can see it is like they're wearing chainmail, but has been made of junk. Just little like pop can tabs and shreds of metal that all kind of overlap. And as they make their way in, you can see they go over to what is like a shuttered kiosk that was probably like a newsstand at some point, and they roll it up. And behind, you can see all kinds of things. You see components, you see rare components, in fact, that are almost certainly designed for crafting. You see elements of a Mr. Handy that have been decommissioned, but almost certainly don't look stock. But because it is 3:40,
Damn.
and a good place for us to stop, as you have succeeded in this, you are able to, at the very least, feed your saddle scamps, water your saddle scamps, and your next mission will be to locate Vault 40 in Alston.
Oh,
Thank you for joining us for this session of Fallout Black Hearts of Texas.
And
We'll
we
be
got
back in 2
The
weeks for session 3
Mission update.
as we make our way into Austin and hopefully into Vault 40. Thank you very much. We'll be back next week for Starfinder and D&D, and in 2 weeks for Fallout. Please stay safe. We'll see you later.
And in
That's
bulk
all
next
for
week.
Oh,
Too.
now.
in bulk next week. In bulk on Sunday.
Watch other things.
Sunday, noon, next week. Come and hang out for Wheel of the Year in bulk as Tina takes us through the second part of an 8-part adventure.
Gonna
But
be really
please
good.
stay safe. We'll see you later.
Hey,
See you later.